Get your host on, honey.
Is that the intro?
We start with a song from you.
We're back for another episode.
Is that copyright? I don't even know.
Not if you sing
Not if
it.
you're singing
Oh.
it. How good do you think you sing?
Oh, well, we'll see. When we get that demonetization, we'll be like, that with me.
The smugness in your eyes then. Is that copyright? Is that copyright?
We're back for an episode. Dan's shagged because he's moving house.
I'm
Uh,
absolutely.
tell
I
us
wonder
a-
where
tell us a bit
you were
about that,
going with that. I was like,
Dan's been shagged.
I've been shocked.
He's had a date today, who knows? He's had a burger.
He's looking very happy. I'm
No,
very
I
tired.
had a curry. It was curry night at the Red Lion. Wednesdays.
Whose was the burger?
Ellie's.
Oh, Elliot, yeah.
Yeah. And she tackled that.
Do you want to tell us what was
Pretty
on the
damn
burger,
well.
Dan?
Let me tell you. There was a bun. There was a burger.
Was it a
There was-
toasted brioche?
It wasn't.
What?
Wah, wah,
So
wah.
they failed at the first hurdle. But it was a burger. It was cheese. It was another burger. It was cheese. There was chicken strips. There was cheese. There was more chicken strips. There was cheese. There was bacon. There was cheese. And there was a bun on
I
top.
saw
far off,
lettuce.
isn't it?
I know.
I saw lettuce on the photo.
Some green.
Do you know? And I put it in the comments on the last video. I cannot believe I forgot bacon on my
Yeah, that is-
Of all the things
I'm
you're
sure
banging
on
on
the,
that.
on the drive home, I was like, "Did you put bacon on it?" And you were like, "Yeah."
Of course.
Because we discussed it on the way, and we're bacon double cheeseburger, man.
I'm a big double cheeseburger man. as well.
Bacon's got to be on a burger.
I mentioned it. I was like, you know, when you see, I look at the menu and I see the words
Yeah.
bacon double
That
cheese,
was the
and I
way-
don't put it on.
That was the way you got onto a burger.
I put hash browns on it, but I forgot bacon.
Buttermilk chicken.
Thinking of that, how
got overwhelmed.
disappointing would it have been if we were actually on death row and you'd forgot something? But obviously, it's not their fault.
Right as I'm getting strapped into the chair, I'm like,
The fucking bacon.
oh, the bacon.
You gotta let me go now.
I
You gotta
know.
let me back in there.
Because you can't say just postpone it because I've not put bacon on my burger because they'll be like, fuck off.
You
What do
can't
you think
say
this is?
just postpone it because Liverpool aren't playing.
I can and I will.
Bloody
As if they don't win. That's when postponing happens. Right. So, this week. Oh, sorry about that. Before that, do you want to? I went out last night. Do you want to know what I had?
What do you
Oh,
want?
go on.
I had a cheeseburger
Hey!
at Albert's. I'll give them a shout out. It was very, very nice.
You didn't go for
Was
the
it?
steak.
I didn't know. My granddad went for the steak. I wasn't paying for it. It was my nan's birthday, and I thought it's a bit cheeky to have the steak. There was a weird thing that happened with the steak, though. There was so many. My granddad can't hear very well because he doesn't put his fucking hearing aid in. And there was so many like weird things that happened with the waitress. The first one was she said, "How do you want your steak? Do you want it pink or cooked through?" And he just, I've never seen a man crumble more. He just went, "Medium," and she went, "That's not an option." I was like, even to be fair, I was a bit like, "What?" And she was like, "It's too small to cook
In
a
that way, yeah.
so
Yeah.
we need pink." And she was like, "So you need anyway pink." I was like, "All right, fair enough." And then, as she was leaving, I don't know why he always does this. He doesn't order the wine until they're just about to go. They're like, "Is that everything?" And then he goes, yeah. And then they put the pad away, and he's like, "Oh, no wine!" and she was like, she was like, he was like, "Can I order some wine?" And she went, "Yeah." And he went, "Oh, I'll have the Shiraz, please." And she went, "How many glasses for that?" And he looked around the table and went, "One." And we all looked at each other like, what's he doing? Like, is he having a laugh? And he thought she'd said how many bottles.
Yeah.
So then this is brilliant. She then came over, and she said,
He's getting better.
she said,
Never have I ever seen a person halfway telling the story going, this is actually brilliant.
Better and better and better.
This is better than I originally.
she came over and she was like, the 3 people ordered, I think it was clam chowder or something chowder to
Yeah.
start,
Oh.
and it had an egg in it, and he didn't want the egg. And she came over and asked something about it. She was like, "Do you want something extra instead of the egg or whatever?" And he went, but he's focused on the fact that he's just ordered 1 wine glass for 1 bottle of wine.
The man can
So-
the man's got too much on
Yeah,
his plate
he's got
right
a 1
now.
track mind. So he went, "Sorry, just like I didn't get that before." And she went, "Oh, do you want your egg?" And he's like, and he just crumbled again. And
He just went pink.
he just got up and walked out. He was like,
I'm sorry.
he was.
I'm done. I can't do this.
He was like, before, bearing in mind this was about a minute ago, he was like, before you came over and you took our order, and he said, how many glasses do we want with the wine? And she's like, yeah, I remember that, because it just happened. And he was like,
I've not walked away,
he
love.
he went, well, I said I wanted one glass for the wine, but I want 4. And she went, okay.
Okay, sir.
Fucking
5 minutes later, she comes back with 4 bottles. Like,
I can relate to your granddad so
I was
much.
just like, oh my fucking word. Me and my dad we were sat next to each other and we were just looking at each other like, what's going on? What's happening? And my nan tried to back him up. She was like, they could have said how many bottles of wine. We might have misheard it. And my dad went, no, we didn't, Mum. He was like, there's 4 of us here. We didn't all mishear it and he heard it right. What are you doing?
They should have asked how many bottles.
Anyway, that's my story done. So this week we're doing a little thing called Desert Island Diss, but we're doing a provocative twist on it.
ooh,
Yeah, because
Like that.
we can.
on the real thing they asked for 8 albums. We've not got that diversity.
Speak for yourself.
It'd be fucking.
I mean, look at the complexion.
Speak for yourself.
The diversity's
Can I
not
just
there with
say,
that.
As each episode gets uploaded and I watch it, I swear I'm getting paler and paler and whiter
I
as we
put more
move.
colour on you this time.
Oh, thank you.
That's because when you sit in my car, I drain the blood out of you slowly.
Saxon vampire.
That's very true. And then as the pod goes on, I get redder and redder because I'm laughing.
Because you're getting more angry.
Yeah.
What I've not done is, when I've been editing the colour on your GoPro, I haven't been putting like any temperature on it, so like you just look
Like a
stone
clock.
dead.
Like
For
a
real,
like
I'm
you
ready
do
to
in real
golf.
life.
But
You have got a massive light washing you out as well.
and it is white, but I put a bit of orange in you
Oh, thank
this
you.
episode. So
Bit of
a
Donald
bit of a
Trump in
town.
you.
Bit of a town. I want to blend in with the wall. That's the aim.
He wants to be birch.
I want
Birchwood.
to be a sweet birch.
Right, so the provocative twist is we're going to name an album each that we can take on this desert island, a single, but that has to be from a different artist as the album. This is as much for you as it is for Dan because he's got no fucking clue what's going on.
Not a clue.
A movie, a book, a luxury item which has to be inanimate, and none
Yep.
of these things are like to help you escape. You're stuck on this island no matter what.
Yeah. So you couldn't bring a lizard.
How would a lizard? What? Oh, you mean it's inanimate? That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
I
you meant
thought
to
you
like help get off the island.
I
Wow,
thought you
well.
was thinking about
Well.
riding on a lizard back across the ocean.
Could have bring like a sea turtle then. Do an Orlando Bloom in Pirates of the Caribbean. Didn't he like? Didn't he like?
Not Jack Sparrow.
No,
does
no,
it?
no. Didn't I swear there's a bit where what's his name? What's the character's name? Orlando Bloom plays. him?
Will Turner.
Will Turner. Yeah. I swear there was a bit where he's like, Kieran Knightley's like, well, how did you get back? And
The fucking hell.
and
There's a jaw.
I don't know. Cheering out is
Have
turned
you
into a
ever seen-
bulldog apparently.
that's a, Jack. That's what she's like. Yes, it is. Jack Sparrow.
I feel like you're
That's
in-
what it is.
I feel like
Watch
you're.
Pirates of
Do
the
you know,
Caribbean.
what's really weird? The second time you did that, then I actually had a
Yeah.
weird vision of Kieran Knightley.
I think that's just because he said Jack.
But you know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, I swear there was a bit like there was some sea turtles and I rode them back. It was like, and everyone's like, oh, okay. Everyone like waves that past as if that was completely normal. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna have to
he's-
watch Pirates of the
Yeah.
Caribbean.
I've got
Let's
an
try.
image in my head of, I think it's from a film, of somebody like water skiing on turtleback. But I don't know what that is. Or like on dolphin back.
turtle back.
Yeah.
Dolphin back. That
Yeah.
that rings
That's
a bell.
impressive.
Yeah,
That's like
dolphin back.
Aquaman. Shit.
Jason
I
Momoa.
was riding dolphins and
Yeah.
I was.
If
I
you
haven't
were
seen.
Aquaman, you would tell me you wouldn't ride a dolphin.
Oh, I thought like it was in the Anchorman.
Ron Burgundy.
A whale's vagina.
He wrestles that shark in the second one.
Dobie!
Dobie. Oh god.
So, luxury item, inanimate, and it can't help you escape.
Can't be a lizard.
Yeah, it can't be. You keep throwing me with that every time. And I'm also thinking, I don't know I don't know how people normally do Desert Island Disc, but I've not at any point done anything that I feel would help me survive on this island. I think I've sort of gone for I'll be fine anyway. I'm just doing things that I'd enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm not gonna bring Bear Grylls with me. You know what I mean? As me person. That's another category. Person to be there with.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you wouldn't bring Bear Grylls with you because he
He'd drink his own piss.
He'd be pressuring you to drink your own piss.
Yeah.
He would pressure you to drink his piss.
And he's also.
Are you thirstier?
Do you know what they
Gives
call,
you the cheeky wing.
do you know what they call me? The walking fountain.
Let me find a snake. Let me skin it. I'll sort you out.
No, that's your penis.
Have you seen the fucking clip of him on that island covered in bird shit? And it's like in the middle of nowhere, and he's like, I can't drink the water here because it's covered in bird shit, and he gives himself an enema.
On that raft.
Yeah, and he just like,
Yeah.
I've got to say, the survival skills to be like, I can't intake water through my mouth because I'll throw it back up, so just stick it up the chute. That's incredible.
Any excuse with them.
Yeah.
That's just triggered something. I've heard like a comment. I can't remember what it was on. I think it was just a video, and two people are talking about that. He's like, he gave himself an enema because it will hydrate him and he won't get the disease. And then he goes, "Oh, they blurred it out." Oh no, he said like, "Oh no, he did it on a raft, but they blurred it out." And the other guy goes, "They blurred out the raft." it just popped up in my head.
I've heard that he also just goes home to like 5-star hotels, like
Yeah,
during the
there
shoot.
is that.
I've heard it's the way they frame it. So like they'll be shooting somewhere that's like meant to be like a desert.
Yeah.
Then like if you go like they'll just frame it and there's nothing behind him. Then if you go like a bit over, they'll be like Las Vegas hotel blocks.
Like they did the Titanic in a pool. Bear Grylls is just like in a movie set somewhere, just skydiving in.
To be fair to it,
Putting things up his ass.
That's what I was gonna say though. If he's going on to
catches a
5
bird
star,
on the way past.
Imagine the idea that you're about to go home to a 5-star hotel, knowing that this is gonna happen. You're about to get helicoptered out, but knowing that just before that, you've got to stick a tube up your ass to hydrate yourself. I don't want to do this anymore.
I do that to stay in a 5-star hotel
What you'd give yourself an enema to
Yeah.
stay in a 5-star hotel
for free. Yeah,
Do you know what?
for free.
Yeah, you know, you're not a bad point.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would.
maybe I would. I think it's just. I think it's
I was just considering it now.
I think it's
I'd
just
do it
more.
for a Premier Inn.
Yeah.
And that's what this podcast is about. would you give yourself an enema to stay in a 5-star hotel?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. This is would you push the button really, innit? We'll come back to it. So luxury item. Don't you fucking say lizard again. One person to be there with, so that can be. I'm gonna say dead or alive. I've not actually got that yet.
Oh, that
But
makes
I'm gonna
it.
say dead or alive.
Do we have to feed them? I'm getting a bit
No.
ahead of ourselves.
But this is what I mean. I don't think
I'm
you need.
excited.
I don't think you need to worry about survival. So like, you know, if you were to bring Stephen Hawking, he's not gonna help you survive, is he?
How is he gonna roll on the sand?
Fucking hell. But he's not going to help you survive, is he? But he'd be an interesting bloke to be there with.
Exactly.
And he's also a good example
Some
for dead or
interesting
alive.
conversations.
I was really fighting the urge to do a Stephen Hawking
Don't do
impression.
that.
And
I could tell. There was a lot of
I
tension.
kept it down. I
Yeah.
tunneled it. I'm getting better.
I'm just going to put a screenshot of what I saw of you trying to hold that impression in as I looked over.
There may be a classic provocative podcast cut there.
You know that meme of that guy in that classroom holding it?
Yeah.
Holding the farted.
That was like the veins popping out of his head. That was what it was like.
And then the last thing, I've got this from the Happy Hour podcast. They did one like this. They did, you know, their thing is meal deals.
Oh yeah.
They did a meal deal that regenerates every day, but I've just said a meal that regenerates every day
Yeah.
because I
Okay.
don't fucking like meal deals. I don't want to pick them.
I don't like 'em.
But by that, I mean, you can go with what you want, but when I say meal, I mean, like, it would be like a burger. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be like...
It's not like a 3-course meal.
Not 3 course, yeah. It's
Just
just something that you get every day.
We're not getting our death row meal every single
No,
day.
you're not.
No. Ah.
Would you imagine?
Do you know...
I'd take that now.
That's the bowel movement.
That's a mad thing. None of my death row meal stuff is going to be that. But I've picked...
Yeah.
So I'm going to have this every day.
That makes sense though because you've got to not be sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something you can eat
It's-
every day.
I'm
every
also
day.
thinking... It regenerates every day. You don't have to eat it every day. Do you know what I mean? Like if
you
you
can leave
fancy some coconuts that day or one of your partner's limbs,
Stephen
who you're
Hawking's
there
leg.
with. No, I purposely didn't say him.
I'm not
He
sure.
doesn't need.
I'm not sure there's much meat
No, I
on
was
Stephen
about to
Hawking's
say
leg.
that.
doesn't need exactly. Well, he doesn't need him
I feel like there's muscle wastage maybe gone on there, and I feel like muscles may
Might
be the
be.
tastiest part of a human.
Do you know what was really weird? It was popped in my head. I kind of want to know what size shoe Stephen Hawkins is,
Tangent.
and whether it shrunk and changed throughout his disabled life.
Oh my word. I was fine with all of that. I mean, it's perfectly accurate, but I was fine with all of it. He's gone. He's not. Johnny's no longer participating in the Provocative podcast.
So
I'd
The
like
thing
to
is,
know whether the disability affected the growth of the man's foot.
I was
I'm
on
just
board with
saying-
his whole sentence until he said he's disabled life.
I'm just saying.
Something about it was wrong. It was a little bit off.
I felt you made me uncomfortable.
I'm not sure where I felt pain on his behalf, but I felt pain
I
on
was
the
just,
dead
I was
man's
just
behalf.
wondering, and it doesn't have to be specific.
Oh my
It
word!
doesn't
We're
have
going for album first.
Album first.
Album first.
Album first.
We'll do it like Death Row Meal because I've got it written down here. And
you-
Dan's broken.
Can you
Struggling.
go first?
That's what I mean.
Okay.
We'll go round. We'll go
Yeah,
like
we'll
round
go
the.
album.
Take your time.
Right.
Please take your time.
So my album is Late Registration by Kanye West.
Ooh.
Now this- It wasn't difficult as a decision, but there was quite a lot of albums I liked. But the thing that swayed it for Late Registration is there's two things. One, it's a continuous album in the fact that each song, well, not each song, but some of the songs play into the next song. So it's like a little bit of a story.
Yes.
So I thought that I might not get bored of it in that way. It's got a few skits in there, but every song on there I like and I could listen to.
It's like no skips.
Yeah.
It's
So that and it's I think it came out in 2005, and I remember my parents playing it to me when I was like, well, maybe when it came out, I would have been 6 in 2005.
Is that the album art where there's the bear coming out the door?
Yeah,
Like-
Bear at the Door.
yeah.
So it's got Touch the Sky by Lupe Fiasco and Kanye. It's got I think it's got Hey Mama on there. What else have we got? I'm really fucking it here because I've said I like every song. I've named two.
That's actually true. Oh, the album you pick, I wonder if you could name the songs in order.
I can't
I
name them
could,
in order.
but mine's like quite recent.
Yeah.
It's like I say, it's got skits on it though, and I like the fact that I like the idea of it being a story.
Yeah. Gives it something
yeah.
different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than like.
Heard 'em say Gold Digger. That's probably the biggest
Gold
song on
Digger.
there.
Oh, shit, in my money.
Crack music. My Way Home. It's got Diamonds. It's got Jay-Z. It's got Nas. It's
Diamonds
beautiful.
are forever.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful album. So that's me. That's me done.
That's a good choice.
Thank you.
I was laughing because bloody Jamie Foxx over there
Yeah, I
started
know.
harmonising.
I was sure. It's funny. I feel like I knew you were gonna pick Kanye West because I knew you loved
Kanye.
Kanye.
Cognac.
Potato.
Cognac West.
Kanye.
Kodak Black and Kanye West.
Fun fact: we share the same birthday.
Do you?
Yeah, June 8th.
Mad.
Obviously not the same.
You
it's
share
quite
the same birthday with Jesus.
cool. It's like
Jesus.
no, I said
Jesus.
8th of June,
No,
not
do you know
Christmas.
what? Do you know what? That's not even his name's Ye now. Hasn't he legally changed
Oh,
his name?
yeah.
to
I think
Ye?
so,
He's
yeah.
No longer
Well, his
Kanye
Twitter
West.
name was Ye for a while, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It still is. I don't know.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Fair play to the lad.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Do you ever like? I don't know if you use Apple Music, don't you?
Yeah.
You use Spotify.
Spotify.
don't you? I don't know if it's the same. I think it is the same. When you scroll down to the bottom of like the page on like an eye, it says like suggest artists related to these.
Yeah.
Have you ever like? I always do this. I always like go down a big rabbit hole of like
Of what it suggests.
artists,
How
yeah.
you can get
No, I
someone
don't
else.
do
because
that.
I'll like for example, I did this the other day. I started with Outkast, right? Because I was like, how many songs do I know by Outkast?
There
I was like,
there was
looking,
a
I
period
was
of time during this podcast where I used to listen to Outkast on the way home every single time, and
Yeah.
you got really sick of it.
Yeah,
I'm getting
because you-
really sick of
you
this.
played the same song
That's what
over
I
and
do.
over again.
No, I play like 3 songs, but I cue them so they're gonna be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I just do it for like a week.
Just repeats, yeah.
The amount of times. What's like the first line of that?
Roses. was it
Yeah, Roses. It's
Yeah.
like Caroline. I was like, oh my god, it's back again. Here we
Back round.
She
Oh,
is mighty
shit.
fine.
Here we go again. That's what it was like. But that's the song I was trying to find, and then I scrolled down, and Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
It was.
Lads, I'm struggling.
To quote, going quickly back to that album, to quote Kanye West as well, I miss the old Kanye. That's just
Pre Kim.
Yeah. Not even necessarily pre-Kim. I think everyone loves My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But I don't know. I don't think that's I don't think that's anywhere near his best album.
No.
I like College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation with like Stronger On and that. They're quality Kanye for me.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing. Is it Yeezus? Was like.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that and being like,
I
he's
like-
doing something here.
I like every album that he's done, and I quite like Donda. Like Donda's probably in like the top 5 for me, but the majority at the top are the old ones.
Yeah.
To be fair, a lot of people say about the fact that like Kim changed him, the Kardashian curse and all that, but his mum did die as well.
That's
and, and he paid for
I didn't
her.
know that.
He paid for her. She had, I think it was liposuction, and he paid for the surgery, and she died in
Oh.
surgery.
Yeah.
So
it's
I-
really
Oh,
bad.
man.
Like that would
okay.
fuck you up.
Yeah.
And he,
So he blames himself. Yeah.
well, yeah, I assume so. Go on then, Juan. What's your
uh,
album, man?
So mine, God, I don't really have an album I go back to, and like I've enjoyed the whole way through. However, kind of perfect time. I was telling you about this recently.
Yeah,
I'm a massive Weekend fan,
yeah.
and Dawn FM came out Friday. It's a bloody masterpiece.
Is that what you're going for?
I'm going for Dawn FM.
Yeah.
I think similar to what you said, the story.
Yeah.
I love the vibe of the radio and you being like stuck.
I was hesitant to go with anything that I've recently liked
Yeah.
because I've really got into J. Cole in the last year, but I didn't want to go J. Cole just in case in like 5 years I didn't like J. Well, I wouldn't not like him, but
Yeah.
he's not my favourite anymore. But you've loved The Weeknd for years.
Yeah, I feel confident in my because we watched him. We all watched him, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
all
we
did.
all did. We all
It's
did.
quality.
Yeah.
I went for free.
So did I.
Loved every
Yeah,
second of
I did, yeah.
It was
We
ace.
saw you saw Mikel Antonio.
Yeah, and I shouted his name.
Yeah,
You did.
That's
we
Michael Antonio.
Yeah, but you didn't realise, did you? At
No.
first?
And what happened
You
was
did like a double take.
I saw him, and then I was like, I know him, but I don't know why. And then because I was so excited that I'd figured out who he was, I was telling these two who it was, and I went, "That's Michael Antonio," and he just looked at me, like shook his head, and walked as fast as he
Like,
could.
what are you doing?
He was inconspicuous until I shouted his name.
There's quite a few famous people at that gig.
We thought we saw Selena Gomez, didn't we?
I'm pretty
Well, I
sure we
thought
did.
we
she
were,
was in that.
we
She
were
was at the
very
White
far
Bush,
away,
yeah.
but
We were very far away.
it was just a white woman stood in
Yeah.
like a cordoned off
he
section
was-
on it.
She was stood behind the like sound desk and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Which
She had a
makes
one
sense.
day as well, didn't she?
Wait, what?
Everything is not as it seems, but Wizards of
Oh.
Waverly Place.
Yeah,
I don't wonder.
I wasn't. My mind went Harry Potter. I was like,
Mine first went to her penis.
Selena Gomez had a
Nah,
penis
I
out.
wasn't-
That's a clip if I've
I
ever
was-
heard
I
it.
was like, what?
You
Alright.
can see, you're the thing is with the album and stuff. You'll give me and Johnny variety because we've got quite similar
Yeah.
music tastes.
what I instantly thought of was, what I instantly thought of was, right? Shut up. I was like, what do I have on vinyl? Because the fact that I bought them
Yeah.
on vinyl, that
It's a big thing,
That's
yeah.
what
They
that's
must
what
be.
Desert Island Disc was to start with as well. It was vinyl.
Yeah,
things.
that's what I immediately thought. I imagined having a vinyl on the
Yeah.
desert island, nothing to play it on.
No,
just
well, listen,
look at
that's part of what I was gonna say. All of this stuff can't break, and if it does break, then you just get it replaced by the
Yeah.
magical fairies, and it can all be like your movie can be viewed on your little personal movie player or whatever you
Device.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is obviously prone to change as I like go on in life, but I'd say probably a Sam Fender album.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, I think you were gonna go.
I,
actually.
I thought you were gonna go like a band, like
Yeah, but I
Metallica
would-
or something like
I
that.
like
yeah.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Foo Fighters would be
Queen?
good.
You like
Queen. I didn't even think of Queen.
I would,
This is
you
what I
know
mean.
Do you know what as well? I think as long as it's an album, I'd allow it. So if you wanted like Queen greatest hits, I think I'd allow it.
Oh, yeah, I have that on vinyl.
I
Yeah.
thought about Queen. I was,
No, that's what I
See,
call
this is
music.
what I mean.
97.
Because
Tayo
I
Cruz
did-
Dynamite.
what a tune, by the way. that might be my single.
Hot World's greatest hits.
Because I did
What you do?
music, I obviously like studied loads, and I like love loads of different bands, and there's like loads of albums that I could pick. So this is like stupidly hard. This is why I said it was gonna be so hard. But do you know what? Because right now, because I absolutely love the album. What?
I'm
Right.
just laughing at you arguing with yourself.
Right. I'll go for a Sam Fender album. I'm just trying to think. Do I go for his first one, which had like Play God, Hypersonic Missiles?
What's 17 going under?
That's his latest one.
That's the latest one.
And that album is incredible.
Banger.
Nah, do you know what? I'll go for his second album actually. I'll go for his second album because it is an absolute banger.
I
Do you
thought
by
you were
any
going-
chance know the name of this album?
It's called 17 Going Under.
Oh, is it? All right.
I thought that he was going to go.
He's not sure.
I thought he was going to say that. You know what? I'm going to go somewhere else.
No, because here's the thing. The reason I was a bit like, nah, I don't know whether to go for it, was because it was new. I was like, oh, it's not really.
Well,
Well,
that
Johnny's
though.
gone with
It's
a,
not- I know,
a
but that's-
week-old album.
Not even that yet.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called 17.
Yeah, it is. I've also
You know when
checked that just to
you know when
say.
you know when you know when you ask someone a question, you answer it so confidently,
Yeah.
but then you start doubting yourself.
Oh,
I had
shit.
To check. I had to double check.
That's like me with Chronicle.
Yeah.
I also had a real panic about Savish when I watched the
Oh, you
podcast back. I was
brought
like,
it
oh fuck! But I was like, bang on with that, you know.
Savish.
Yeah,
Oh,
the way you cook
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah.
It's Peruvian. The more you know.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Peruvian method.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got his first
You-
album on vinyl. but
You
I've
know,
never
you know, it can't. The single can't be from the same artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fine with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Good choice.
Yeah. Very good choice. I didn't
Listen to
expect to really like what you said, but I like that.
This
yeah.
gives you all homework to do.
Yeah.
Have a listen to the albums then. Because I do, even though I don't, like, you've both chose like hip hop artists, haven't you?
Yeah.
My genre of music isn't
No.
like, I wouldn't go for hip hop straight away. But I can appreciate it,
Yeah.
especially like Kanye West, because he does have some absolute bangers. I'm
Not
sorry.
fucking
On
yours.
the weekend.
Sorry, but can you try and listen to I know it's not Kanye West's song, it's Estelle's, but
American
Boy. You,
Sure.
right, you play that music. Tell me as soon as it kicks in, you don't move. You can't listen to
Yeah.
that song without
Kinda.
moving.
Your first reaction is,
I
oh!
know, it's like He's just
It's one of those songs as well that like everyone knows every word to.
Mhm.
It's mad.
Just phone a
Single.
London town.
Single.
So I found this
You?
really difficult. Anyone at home?
Urgent appeal.
Yeah, I really struggle with this, and I had no idea. I had like an existential crisis at work where I was like, I had a deliberation whether I was going to pick a song called "Love Yours" by J. Cole because it's quite it's basically about like the one of the lines in it is no such thing as a life that's better than yours, and I'm thinking it's gonna be quite depressing on this island, like depending on who I'm with.
Yeah.
But if you've got that single to play and it's like no such thing as a life that's better than yours, then you're gonna it cheers you up every now.
It's a
and
nice
again.
one
It's
to
a na-
put when you're on your own.
But I didn't go for that.
That's
I went for, and this is because I would say this is what got me properly into my type of music now,
The
like hip hop
scene.
rap. Yeah, Childish Gambino, and I'm gonna go for 3005.
What a song.
It's
Oh,
a tune. It's
It's
a
a
tune.
tune.
It's one of those where like I know a lot of people know Childish Gambino from like Redbone and This Is America and all that.
Community.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's class of
but
that,
the
isn't
people
it?
that know that album would say that's like, when people go, oh, that's not, everyone knows that one, that's not very cool to like, but that is a tune.
He's such a punful
It's-
rapper,
it's like-
punny rapper.
it's
It's
like-
class.
Gold Digger on Late Registration, that to me is probably lower down the rankings in that album because everyone knows it and I've listened to it so many times that the other ones have jumped higher than it. I would
Yeah.
imagine 3005's like that for other people, but it's probably my favourite song.
Is that on because of the internet?
Yeah, it's on because of the internet. I do actually probably prefer Camp, the one before.
Yeah.
Camp Rock.
Bonfire.
Yeah, I've got Heartbeat down and
Heartbeat,
Bonfire.
yeah.
Heartbeat and Bonfire are two tunes, but 3005 pips it.
It's a banger.
It's also my karaoke song, so I'd fucking love it. Come on, Eileen. But yeah, that's me done. So
That's a good
I
single.
made the sound
Cheers,
like
sir.
I just had. Come on, Eileen.
Someone get her a towel.
No, you just saying that has brought up my karaoke song in my head, and now it's added to the list of singles that I can't pick from. Cheers, I mean,
It made it
bloody
worse.
cheers.
Mine is a song that, ever since I've heard it, it's just, I don't listen to it in ages, but it just comes up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh. It's my funeral song because I think I couldn't imagine anything funnier than like just being carried down to this.
No.
It's bloody pick up the phone.
Oh, dude.
Pick up the phone.
Going back to thingy before, you know you were on about Apple Music. You know, like Spotify Wrapped. Are you on Apple Music?
No, I'm on Spotify.
So Spotify Wrapped, Spotify, I've got Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
Apple Music have got a thing called Replay, where
Oh, do
it
they?
creates
I
a
don't know this.
playlist. Yeah, you just go on, if you Google Apple Music Replay, they make like, so I've got Replay
Oh.
21.
I'm gonna do that when I get home.
I went
can't go on
I went
Wi-Fi.
on mine today to have a look.
I hate this life that we
I'm-
live in.
In 2016, I have Pick Up the Phone as my 15th most listened to song. But what made me really laugh when I went on it, I've got fucking, well, this isn't even the thing, but I've got broccoli on there.
Broccoli.
But I've got,
Classic.
for some reason, I don't look to have listened to many songs that year because I've not even got a full 100 songs. But I've got I'm on a Boat by the Lonely Island on there.
Absolute
Tune.
Absolute
It just
tune.
made me laugh. And I saw it,
T-Pain.
I was like, that's brilliant.
It's right.
But go
Single
on.
time. I'd say I'm torn between 3, maybe 4. One would be Bohemian Rhapsody. 'Cause
Banger.
that's an absolute banger.
What did you choose? Oh, you chose Sam Fender, didn't you?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for my album. But I feel like I would generally get a bit sick of Bohemian Rhapsody, which
Yeah.
might sound like
On
an
the-
absolute sin to
I
some
know, it's
people.
like how
Because-
that happened.
Do you know why? When the beginning comes on, it's like, is this the... Oh, you think, oh, this bloody song again. Halfway through, though, when it gets to, I'm just a little silhouette. You can't, like,
Yeah.
it's,
No,
you
you're in
can't
it.
not sing it. But I won't go for that, just because it will get a bit boring. The other one would be, like, my karaoke song, which is Piano Man by Billy Joel. What an absolute tune. Bit of harmonica going on
I
there.
can't lie. When you said Piano Man, then I was like Elton John.
He is a piano man.
He's a
Elton.
rocket man.
Rocket Man.
Yeah. Oh no, he's the rocket man.
Yeah.
So the main two I'm torn between is Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I just love that song.
I feel like I know the name, but
And-
I'd know the song if I heard it, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, you know the chorus, I think,
Yeah.
is.
Or The Whole of the Moon by the Waterboys.
I don't think I've heard that.
They're like, you would have heard the song.
I
It's
just
like,
did when he did it. I was like,
you saw the whole of the moon.
Oh,
Do you
yeah, I know
that one.
that sounds like a Bear Keller song.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like my single, I'd want it to be like a,
Yeah.
like kind of like a beer
Yeah.
can tune.
I feel
where,
like
you want to dance.
You're quite strongly inclined Bear Keller way. Do you know what I mean? Like I go in Bear Keller and I'm like, I like these songs, but I'd never choose to listen to them on my own.
Yeah.
Whereas like you and Bino, you love a Bear Keller song.
I
Bino
do.
loves a Bear Keller song.
And
Beer can
them
song.
two songs,
Yeah.
if I had to make a playlist for a party, they're instantly
Yeah.
whapped on.
I'm Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
Yeah, tune.
Oh.
I might have to go Whole of the Moon by the Waterboys.
Yeah.
It's such a good song.
You go with what you
Like
want.
Fleming was
I
saying, it's a
love
song that you got to listen to over
Yeah,
and over
I
again.
don't think
Yeah.
I could
Get
I don't
show
think
up.
I could
Yeah,
get sick of that song.
Good choice.
very good choice.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go movie?
Final answer.
Do move
Oh
it.
yeah, go on.
Movie. Right. Again, there's not many that I didn't struggle with on this, but I struggled on movie because I was saying to Johnny before we started. Go on.
No, sorry. Yeah, keep going.
You can't. I don't think you can go. Like my favorite Harry Potter is the Goblet of Fire, but I can't go Goblet of Fire because it's number 4 and it's just a shit thing.
it's
Terrible
always-
place
it's-
just to end
yeah.
into.
It's what we spoke at the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just gone my favorite movie, which is The Green Mile.
Good choice.
Closely followed
Ooh,
by
Tom
your
Hanks.
basic bitch Shawshank Redemption, but
Tom
The
Hanks,
Green
though.
Mile. Yeah.
Green Mile.
I think it's a 6 story.
That's a feeler though as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Like,
It's I don't really I watch movies a bit. I'd say I maybe watch one movie a week maybe.
yeah.
So I'm probably not gonna watch a movie that much on this desert
It's gonna be a
island.
treat, innit?
It's gonna be a treat, yeah. And I just thought I may as well go with my favourite one. It's Green Mile. It's like I say, it's a good story. Like I say, it's a good story. You say it's a feeler.
It's a feeler.
It is. It's lovely.
It's
Heartwarming.
good. It is a good.
Heartwarming. It's a good
Pick
choice.
me up. And it's got Tom Hanks and everyone loves Tom Hanks.
Tom
Love
Hanks
that
is
man.
an
He best not
bang-
be a fucking.
banging.
I know his name was in Jeffrey Epstein's book. You best not disappoint me, Tom.
Tom.
I don't want to hear
What?
anything about it.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Oh, you were Woody. You were Woody, man. Come
Do
on.
you know? I think Toy Story is perhaps my least favourite Tom Hanks film. I don't really rate Toy Story. Any of them.
No.
I was just thinking, and I don't get me wrong. I don't know Tom Hanks's movie history. Has he made like a bad film?
No, this is the thing with him.
I don't
generally
think
can't
so.
think of one.
He's made like box office that haven't done as well as like his older films, but I don't think he's made a bad film where
Yeah.
you watch and go, that was shit.
I can think of like 4 or 5 films from him where I'm like, that's a great movie.
yeah.
Green Mile.
Yep.
Forrest Gump. Captain Phillips.
Yep.
Big.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of Big.
Big. What was the other one I was thinking of?
I watched Splash.
Saving Private Ryan.
Shaving
Saving
Ryan's Privates. Absolute banger.
I watched Splash the other day.
I've not seen Splash.
Splash.
I know what it was. It was Castaway. Castaway.
Castaway.
Castaway.
I was
banger.
going to say.
And
do you know-
Castaway's relevant.
do you know- yeah, I was going to say. Do you not think it'd be funny if you picked Castaway because you'd be like,
I'm
"Huh, I'm
watching-
that," but then
Yeah.
you guys would be like, you could take tips.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh,
I need
okay,
to
I'll
find
try.
a football.
I'll try that.
and draw a
Yeah,
face
but,
on
yeah,
it.
but when he's drinking his own piss in that, do you really want? No, I'm joking. He doesn't drink his own piss.
I was
But
going to say, I can't remember that. Bloody hell, what?
I'm gonna take Bear Grylls Survival Guide. No, I'm joking.
In Splash, I never seen it, but went to Chantal's grandparents. I think it was on New Year's Day, and there was a Tom Hanks day on Channel 5.
Yeah,
Did you watch
and I didn't watch any, but my dad told me about some of them.
Splash is where he falls in love with a mermaid. It's a great film.
Do you know?
Is it though?
It's not a great film.
Do you know
It's a great
what-
film.
It's not a great film.
Not a great film, but it's an enjoyable film.
One film that he's done where I've sort of finished watching it and I thought, I'm not sure that was as good as it could have been, but it was still a good film. Sully.
I haven't seen
Oh,
Sully.
It's
I've not
about the
seen
bloke
Sully.
who landed
Played
the
in
plane. But it's
river.
I probably naively was thinking it would be about him landing the plane, but it's more about the fact he lands the plane, everyone's saved obviously on the Hudson River, and it's more about the fact that he wasn't really celebrated. They basically took him to court.
Did
And
they?
yeah,
Oh.
and this is like it's a true story. They took him to court, and basically the airline tried to blame his choices because they took off, I think, and then they were either coming into land, but there was something to do with LaGuardia where they were like they lost power in both engines because I think they hit birds, and he made a decision to try and get to a different airport because he couldn't get to the airport. He
yeah.
didn't think he could get there,
Oh.
and they kept basically it's about them like running simulations to try and figure out whether he could have done it
Jesus.
uh, because they're trying to blame him so that they don't get sued. But it's a good film. I just thought
Yeah.
like not it could have been better, but the story is so mad. Like a bloke landed a jumbo jet on a Hudson River. I thought it'd be about that, but it's not really about that.
Yeah. I've also just thought of a Tom Hanks film that I haven't watched, but it's known for being quite crap. Cloud Atlas.
Heard of it, but I haven't watched
Nah.
it.
I've
yeah.
not watched it,
Don't
but
know.
I've heard it's supposed to be a bit naff.
He's been cast in the live-action Pinocchio.
Has it?
Yeah.
There's
Does he
one.
play Pinocchio?
I think he's playing Geppetto.
Oh, do you know you should play Jiminy? Jiminy Cricket.
Have you seen
Hanks
the?
the cricket.
Have you seen the Tom Hanks film about the that children's show host in America? It's a good film.
Mr.
that.
Rogers.
Mr. Rogers,
That's-
yeah, it's a really good film.
I liked it, yeah.
It was one of those where I was watching it and I was like, I don't even really know whether I enjoy what's happening, but I'm liking this movie. Do you know what I mean?
When you look at it after Mr. Rogers, he really looks like him in the
Oh,
film.
yeah,
And
that's
he's
what I
like-
mean.
really like.
Casting
if
relates.
he's genuinely like what Tom Hanks played him like, if that bloke was genuinely like
No, yeah, he
that,
was.
he was such a lovely bloke.
Oh,
like,
and he's like Bob Ross. You know
Yeah.
how he's like, he
He's
just
very
wouldn't
calm,
have.
isn't he?
Just loved.
There was like, and this was like, his TV show was like, way back. It might be like
50s, 60s, something
yeah,
like that,
something
yeah.
like that. But he'll be like there was 2 specific episodes in mind. One was having like a disabled kid, like there was a kid in a wheelchair, and you were like just chatting and they were
Yeah.
like, it had like a big meaning behind it, and he was teaching. I think it was like that episode was teaching kids about how he's like pretty much the
How
exact
to- yeah.
same
Yeah.
as like everyone
Don't
else.
be prejudiced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
sounds stupid, but back then, I bet that was a big thing
There
for
was
like.
something to do with a black lad as well.
Yeah,
isn't there? In
and,
a pool,
um,
is it?
Yeah,
Or something like that.
there was a black guy that came on. And he wasn't allowed in the pool because he was black. So they like set up a set, and they had like a tiny little paddling pool, and they were both just like paddling the feet while they were talking.
Yeah.
It was like
mad in it, looking back, like.
he was just a really nice
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I read something the other day where it was like a blind girl wrote into him and was like, I think he used to feed the fish or something like that at the start of an episode, but he obviously just fed the fish like visually. And she like wrote in and was like, obviously it would have been a mum or whatever, but she was like,
Kind of the Stevie Wonder on our hands.
she was like, can you, like, I'm getting worried about the fish because I don't know whether you're feeding them. So he made like a point of it. Every time he fed the fish at the start of the episode, he was like, I'm feeding the fish, and he'd like say it.
That's
So
like
he's such a lovely bloke.
That's so
isn't
like
it?
heartbreaking, isn't it? Like the poor girl was worried about the fish.
Yeah, I know.
That's lovely. I'm also kind of between two.
Can I guess them?
I
Can I try and
saw a
guess them?
sneak peek of one of them before.
I think you'd be able to guess one. Definitely guess one of them.
I reckon I could get both of them.
Go on.
Oh, if you get, but I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. You definitely get one of them, but I
Right.
think to get
Gamble.
because
I think one of it is the same. Is one Back to the Future?
One's Back to the Future.
That's
Yeah.
the same.
I
as
love
me.
that film. That's like my. I just love 80s films.
Is one of them a Star Wars film?
No.
Oh, see,
Which-
don't you love Empire? Is it Empire Strikes
Empire Strikes Back
Yeah.
is the best Star Wars
Is
film.
that is
Yeah.
that because it's a part of a series and you wouldn't want to?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
as
true.
well. But
I know Back to the Future's got it's got two, hasn't it?
yeah, but
Three.
they get worse after
It's
that.
Three, yeah.
In
Whoa,
order.
whoa,
One's the
whoa.
best. Second's still good.
Like Home Alone.
Like Home Alone. The third
No,
one's.
whoa. The second Home Alone's better than the first one.
Fuck
I-
off.
It
You
is.
know what?
Out.
I kind of agree with
No.
it.
Out.
Through the window. Through the window.
I've gone through the wall.
I know our audience is gonna. You better fucking agree.
No,
I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back.
I don't think that's much of as an unpopular opinion as it seems.
In the first one, though, my only critic of that is in the first one, I believe that like he hurt them. In the second one, he killed them. He kills them in the
that's what
second
I mean,
one.
No, he could
I
kill him in
think-
the first one. An
Yeah, but-
iron dropping on your head from
Oh
like
yeah,
the-
true.
The, se-
50 feet.
the second one, though, he like electrocutes him
Yeah.
and turns him into a skeleton.
Throws bricks from the roof
yeah,
of his
that's the
thing.
first thing he does.
I also
It's
think
mad.
with that, like, I get why they made another film because obviously the first one did so well. But there's absolutely not a chance once you've left your child in America and
I
you're
know,
in
it happens
Paris
again.
that you're going to do it again.
Yeah, no.
Because at that
And-
point, child services are being
and-
called. You're fucked.
What are you doing to
Yeah.
this kid?
I've not even seen 3 and 4.
No, I've
but
not.
because it's just not the same.
It's not
people.
even. It's not Kevin McAllister.
No,
is
no,
it?
no.
No.
Or it
It's
might be
not-
Kevin McAllister, but it's not
They-
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
They made another one like this year.
Did they?
Yeah, just on Disney
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah.
and that was probably awful as
I,
well.
was
I
it?
had a great moment the other day where I was watching something. It's still on. I've seen it.
I was gonna
watching
I
say
had a
something.
weird feeling. I pressed the button, and I was like, "We lost like an hour of footage."
it's been flashing.
I was
Sorry.
watching something and it's called Succession, I think, on Sky.
I heard about it.
And,
It'd be really good.
And there was a lad on it, and I was like, that looks like Macaulay Culkin. And my dad went, no, it doesn't. And I went, it does. I was like, that really looks like him, and it's his brother.
Yeah,
It's
Who's-
Kieran Culkin, and he
who's-
does look like him.
and he's in Home Alone as well.
Is he?
He's the young kid who pisses the bed.
With the glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
mad.
another with the spiky blonde hair.
Yeah,
Mad.
that's his brother who drinks the coke and like
Yeah,
winks
yeah.
at him.
He's
Yeah,
like,
that's his brother.
You can sleep in the bed in the attic.
Yeah.
with me. Oh.
So you did guess one of them with
Yeah,
Back
go
to
on,
the
what's your
Future.
other one?
The other one is a film that I would again. It's something I'd stick on. I love watching it. Makes me feel good. It's bloody Ratatouille.
So I've seen.
Oh,
I've seen-
I was not expecting that.
Oh, it comes out of left field.
That came straight out of left field.
I've seen
Oh,
your
it's-
book then.
It
Have you
was.
seen my book?
I've
Yeah.
seen your book.
It was-
I really enjoy Pixar films. I have always put
That's
this as well.
mad.
I love Pixar
Johnny's going
films.
back to his childish roots with his voice and his love for Ratatouille.
Ratatouille moment.
It's such a good film. It's like it's funny, makes you think.
That's
It's got
like-
a great
That's
message.
like Cars for me. I love Cars.
like
Doesn't
Cars.
necessarily make me think, but I fucking love it.
Love the message of it. Anyone can cook. Beautiful.
Very
you know,
true.
rat.
Very true. And it's just, I think it's just done just very well. Like when he cooks, it's so satisfying. You know,
Yeah.
like watching it.
It's
all do
visually great. It's got a
Yeah.
good story.
It's like the birthplace of cooking ASMR, like mukbang.
It is.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
chopping
When he's
and
when
the-
he's tossing all
Yeah.
that stuff in that soup.
when he's tossing that salad.
He's tossing him off. His hair. That
With his
is.
little rat's hands.
He was just controlling him.
Remy, no! What are you doing?
work.
Work! That's not where the knife goes.
I read something the other day which I'd never thought about, and it was like Pixar films very rarely have the ending that I don't know whether I've talked about this on the podcast before, but they very rarely have the ending that like the character is desired at the start. So in Cars,
Yeah, it's a journey.
In Cars, they've got
Journey.
like he starts off wanting to win the Piston Cup, and then he ends by not winning the Piston Cup, but he did
Yeah.
something equally as good.
Yeah, he helps. He helped
nice.
with Dynaco.
And it was
Yeah.
like
There you go.
the king. Don't call him Dynaco. He's the
Do
king.
you know what I mean? Like, I was
The
quite
king.
impressed with myself that I
Chick-
remember
Chick
Dynaco.
Hicks.
of the brand.
Yeah.
That Dynaco's
Chick
beautiful.
Hicks.
Yeah, Chick Hicks with his tash.
What a man.
Luigi and
I've not
fucking
I've
I
not
can't
watched
remember
Cars
Yeah,
in a
what's the
very
other
long time.
Ramon Flo. I'm gonna name
I
it.
never watched 2 and 3.
You like
actually.
Cars? This
I love
is
Cars.
sick.
Sally with the Porsche.
That's the
tattoo.
loving. Mater.
Doc Hudson.
The Porsche tattoo.
Lizzie.
She got Trump stamp.
Yeah.
She does. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my word.
Sally's
wow.
one of those characters. I'm gonna fucking hate myself. She's a weirdly attractive. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I understand that
You know what I
concept.
mean?
We can't go
It's
down
like,
this road,
I'm
man.
gonna out.
We can't.
That's a full name. That's a full name.
Sorry. Bleep that, but say his first name.
I'm gonna out Freddie. Jessica Rabbit. I'm sure that lad has said to me that Jessica
Oh.
Rabbit. She's a cartoon.
She is.
I know I'm going a bit further in the fact that
Something
she's
different.
a Porsche.
She's a Porsche.
But she's
The only opening is an exhaust.
Oof.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna throw another one in there. Elastigirl.
Yeah,
From
Yeah,
Incredibles.
but she's a
child.
No.
No,
Whoa.
That's the mum.
That's the mum, man.
Oh, right, okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
That is
I'm not-
Look at
incredible.
the fucking state of those
The
pigs
waves
we've
on
been
that.
shouting.
I'm gonna have to put the volume down that bit.
Oh.
That
I'm trying.
is incredible.
I
Are there
love
any, like-
Cars. I think it's such a sick film.
Do you know what? Do you know the Disney animated film Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of like people like fancy a lot of girls fancy Robin Hood, who is a fox in the film,
Yeah.
right? And have you ever seen the clip about Eddie Redmayne? About how when he was young he had a really weird obsession with Nala from The Lion King.
Yeah,
It's
but again,
that-
it's
is that
like,
exact thing?
yeah.
What's that thing of growing up?
It's a voice. It's just a voice.
It
They've
is.
got smooth voices.
It's that thing of like
Oh, and
the ideals are there
Wow.
and the
Wow.
female voice.
Yeah.
It's just as a kid you don't understand the concept of that's a Porsche.
She was a beautiful blue colour. I can't lie.
So good. I'm gonna say something here, a bit controversial. Sally would get it.
I think Flo might as well.
That's my cat,
the
man.
Green.
Are you proposing a Flo and Sally three-way?
Flo? Flo's the green, like lowrider
Just
who
thought of the
owns the.
She has like the cafe.
she owns-
like the-
yeah, it's the cafe, but it's a petrol station.
yeah.
And she's going out with Ramon, who's like, I'm pretty sure he's like meant to be Hispanic.
He does
And
the paint, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's got the hydraulics.
Oh,
and
yeah,
shit.
and yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, Ramon." Oh man.
why can't I can think of everyone else apart from who you're talking
Right.
about.
So, your movie.
Right.
Choose your movie. I'm gonna get up Flo. And
I'm
Sally.
gonna go with Ratatouille.
Oh,
I
have you
think.
gone Ratatouille?
I'm gonna go
Can I,
Ratatouille. But
can I throw in another like animated character that's quite
course you can.
attractive?
That's no this
quiet.
podcast.
I know.
it's quite attractive. He
This
says.
took a strange turn. Lola from Shark Tale.
Yeah, but absolutely.
That's a common one,
Angelina
yeah.
Jolie, though.
She's
yeah.
a fish.
Yeah, but have you
She
seen her
is
face?
Angelina Jolie
Yeah.
in fish form.
It is. It's. I'm trying to think of like.
I know. I don't want to carry on with this. I was
It's just like.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When
Should get a beer.
when he like whapped out all the names of cars. Do you know? Oh yeah, yeah. Dude.
I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Johnny,
Johnny can do this.
this is. I'm gonna put in a lovely little arm waving for him to know that this is when you put Flo on. Thank you.
Do you know what I just thought because
I'll
you
try
were,
my
you were,
hardest
like
not
firing off
to
just-
do anything. No pleasure in myself when Flo comes up.
Don't lie, you do that to the pod anyway.
Obviously,
I do anyway.
Carl's palm.
Times are tough.
Real 61, whatever it is.
Right.
Dan,
So-
your movie?
Yeah, my film.
This is what happens when you don't prepare.
Do your homework, kids.
Do you have any movies in mind?
I do.
You have Back to the Future.
Back to the
That's
Future is
number
one of
one.
them.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
option.
gonna lie, you saying Ratatouille made me think of Up.
For some reason, when you said Usain, then I thought you were gonna say Usain Bolt, and I was like, that's not a
Usain.
movie.
Up, controversially, I don't think past like the first half an hour is that great. The first
I
5
can't
minutes.
I've seen it, but I can't remember.
The
it.
first 5
What
minutes
else?
are a masterpiece, and the characters are great.
Oh, what?
Is
When
it-
Ellie dies.
No, the way it's told
Is
and
the
the way
dog-
it's shown.
Is the dog called Doug?
Doug,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Up.
He backtracked there. He strongly backtracked
You
there.
have.
I like
You know
Up.
why? Because he's seen my seething rage.
I don't want you to punch the GoPro. I like it, but there's better Pixar films.
Yeah, there
Cars?
is. Shut up, man.
Cars is such an elite film.
Oh.
I've contemplated buying Disney Plus 4 Cars.
We're gonna do a video on the channel. It's just you reviewing cars.
I don't even like cars that like the actual physical.
No, just
I
the
just
film.
love the film. Ka-chow. Come on, Dan. Get me off this.
Oh. The Two Towers, Lord of the Rings.
I fucking knew he was going to go Lord of the
Great
Rings.
film.
Endgame.
These are the two that you said you're going to die to.
Yeah.
Winner.
I might go Endgame, you know.
I think it's a more
love it
fun film
so
to watch.
It's
Yeah.
also
as good as Lord of the Rings.
it's also
Two
quite a
Towers is.
long film as well, so
Yeah.
it's quite a good
Yeah, it
film
keeps you
for
busy.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
I might have to go Endgame.
Go
Do
on,
you
give
know
some.
what's really like say in my top 5 films? Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Great film.
That's such a weird. I don't
I
even
know,
know whether
it's-
I've ever seen
it's
that.
so-
Oh, it's a
such-
great
read it.
film.
Yeah, with George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's how it's done.
Yeah, it's the style of
Because
it.
it's I can't remember his name.
Wes Anderson.
That's the one. He
He's
did Grand Budapest.
absolutely come out of it. That
Did
there.
Grand
I
Bud-
love Fantastic
Grand
Mr.
Budapest
Fox. It's-
Hotel. He did. It's that like certain
Stop
sort of-
motion.
Yeah.
It
Stop
is.
motion. It's just and how it's all filmed in like one, frame.
Yeah, it's
Like,
incredible.
it never really moves.
And like when if you watch the behind the scenes of it, you know the scene where they're on the bike and they're driving
yeah,
out.
yeah.
They recorded that with George Clooney on a quad bike outside, and he's like, and he's like riding a quad bike. He's like,
sick. I didn't
it's so good. It's class. Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That's up there. Yeah. I don't know why it's up there, but it just is. Yeah, I'm a go. Endgame, I think,
Yeah.
Good choice.
because it's. Bear in mind, I love the journey of Marvel. Like watching every single film, I love doing that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't do that, so I'll have to keep everything in mind.
Chucking. I love the MCU.
Oh. Yeah, I'll go with Endgame, I think.
I'm hoping this next category should be a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Because we are at 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. that's even a quick 60 seconds. A long 60 seconds. Sorry. It's book.
Like me in bed.
Got my book already.
Yeah. So I've got mine as well. I've not gone for a storybook. I've gone for a book by Bill Bryson, who I think is American, and it's called A Short History of Nearly Everything. And it's a book I've read before, and it's quite a sciencey book, but it's kind of what got me into geology, because I read it when I was like 15, 16, but it's just quite a interesting book. Like it talks about like how the universe formed, or like the theories of that and stuff like that. But he does it in quite a. He's an author. He does it in quite like a. I don't know, like it's an entertaining way.
Yeah.
Like I always remember one fact from it, which is like it's quite relevant with the Don't Look Up that's come out recently.
I need to watch that.
I
Yeah,
need to
but
watch that as well. Can't know.
That's about a comet hitting Earth, but there's a fact that I always go back to that came from that book, where it was like if you were underneath the diameter of a asteroid hitting Earth, so you were directly under it, you wouldn't even see it at any point, because as it entered the atmosphere, it would compress the air that much. There'd be that much friction that everything under it would instantly
Just
evaporate.
collapse. Really?
So you wouldn't even like see it. Basically, he speaks about it in it. It's like the idea. I think it has changed recently. I think we maybe do have some sort of technology, but the idea that we could stop an asteroid hitting Earth is like so far fetched. It's unbelievable. Like
Trying
there's
to stop that
there's
thing,
so
yeah.
many asteroids that every single day could, like they go. It all depends on whether they come into like the gravitational pull of the Earth, but there's so many that go past quite regularly that like there's no way you could see it coming from like, like if it left the asteroid belt, or if it even left, I think it's called the Kuiper's belt, like on the edge of the solar system. If an asteroid left that and was
Coming
on the
toward-
trajectory of
yeah.
Earth, there's so many that do that and don't hit us that you wouldn't be able to be like, that one's going to hit.
Until it was like,
Until it's like on you and you're already dead when it's on you.
yeah.
So it's just stuff like that, but it's quite an interesting book.
It's fascinating.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
one of those where it's like I could read it a load of times and I'd still be like, that's sick.
That just sort of reminds me about, I don't know why it popped into my head. It's like when if you got sniped, people think like, would you hear the sound of the gun
Yeah.
before you die?
Well,
and it's
no.
like,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
chance.
You
There's
don't,
also
wouldn't you?
there's also the thing of like, if you get, I think Downs told me this once, if you get shot by like a 50 cal bullet, even if that bullet like misses you and it goes past your arm, the wind, like the not wind, but the force that it goes
Yeah.
past your arm and the movement of the air as it goes through that would just rip your arm clean off. I think it's
Really?
only with
Really?
like, I think it's only with like large caliber bullets, but because they're like, because
Just the
they're
pure
so
size
big,
of
yeah,
it, yeah.
they just like, they can miss you and fuck you. Do you know what I mean?
Oh man,
Jesus.
I didn't know that.
I'm sure. Well, I don't, like I say, that was. I'm sure Downs told me that in like
Oh,
college.
so you don't actually need to be accurate to be a sniper?
Well, with that ammunition, well, yeah. But
I know.
you've got one shot,
I know.
you take his arm off and you go, he's up there.
Yeah, you wouldn't point. He's up. Oh, my hand's gone. He's up there.
He's up there.
He's there. No.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
That's
that.
a
good
banging
choice.
Thank you.
My
Welcome.
book, my book is something I got for Christmas,
Nice.
and I've been meaning to read it. I got back into reading like probably a few months ago. I started reading James Bond books. Don't
Nice.
recommend that to get back into reading. The earlier ones are horribly racist. The Chantal got me edition, and I'm gonna be very specific here because they are 3 books, but she got me the combined one,
That's fine.
the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
That's what I saw.
Yeah,
J.R. Tolkien.
yeah. I'd love to read them because apparently I love the films, and I thought, and everyone says the books are better.
I think
So
I've
was
got
like,
one book up on like upstairs in my house, and it's fat.
It's a fat
It's
book.
a fat book. It's like that thick, and it's one of them. So I can't imagine what 3 of them are like in one.
It's a chunky book. I don't know how many pages it is, but when she gave it me, it came in like its own like collectible.
Yeah.
And the box was like that.
Yeah.
She like handed it to me. It's proper heavy. But yeah, that's what I'd have because I've always wanted to read
She
them.
just said, "Good luck."
You know, broke my foot. Tell me about it, book though.
That's a good choice as well. I
That's
like
a
it.
banging choice.
That's good because it's a story as well.
It is. And it's a
Yeah.
long one. I've got so
I
much
think-
time to. What would you go with, Dan?
What would
Book of Genesis.
What book would you go with?
Book of Genesis. Now the Bible was up there
Bible will be up
because it has like a quote for like every situation that you're in. You've just
Yeah.
got to find it.
there.
But
It's the one for you're on a desert island and you've got
probably,
one album to choose.
Probably.
What's your choice?
What's your choice?
Hey,
Jesus
boy.
said. I don't even know.
Jesus said, "Take Queen."
Nah,
You should have took Queen, not
you
Sam
should have
Fender.
took Queen.
Oh, I hope you're fucking enjoying 17 going on.
Just sends a storm at my island. You prick. Nah,
Freddie Mercury is with him. Arm in
I'm
arm.
not gonna lie. I will. I'm gonna be honest. I did not think of a single book because I've only read about fully. I've only read, I think, 2 books, 2 proper books.
What are they?
One's the first Harry Potter.
It's good.
Philosopher's Stone.
The second one is the film version of Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
Oh,
Don't ask me why.
that's adapted from a book.
Yeah, but I didn't want to say Alice in Wonderland because that's like you a child.
so he's not read the Alice in Wonderland book. He's read the
Yeah.
screen
Yeah, I've read.
novelization.
Yes.
You've read the screenplay of it.
Yes.
Yeah. That is
But-
mental, though. The fact that there's a book that they turned into a film that they then turned back into a book.
Yeah.
How
It's
much
pretty.
like to make more money?
Yeah.
It's pretty mental. But I'm just gonna completely nick one that you just said because it's an absolute amazing loophole for me.
Do it, son.
I didn't know that the Lord of the Rings trilogy could be one book.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because that was one of the films. Was I didn't know whether to pick it as my movie. I
Yeah.
can just have all films in book
Read the
form.
whole thing.
I'd have,
and
I'd have
more.
maybe gone all Harry Potters if you could have them all in a book, but I don't.
That'd be a big book.
That'd be a big book.
That'd be,
Yeah.
that'd be a big book. Have you seen Order of the Phoenix alone?
Yeah, so I know. So, door.
Yeah,
stop.
I'm gonna go Lord of the Rings.
Good
Lovely.
choice.
Right. luxury item. This was the easiest one by far. for me.
I struggled on this one. I don't think I still know it now.
I took a leaf out of my big friend.
You took a leaf as your luxury item.
I took a leaf out of my big friend Tom Hanks's book, and I've gone with a football. I could have I could have endless fun with a football.
You know what? Fair enough. That's a good. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call it Wilson.
Wilson.
Nice.
Do you know what? I'm gonna be specific. I'm taking a fucking Jabulani.
Oh, what a ball!
What a ball!
What a ball!
I'm gonna come
I'll
off
tell you
this
what as
island
well.
looking like prime Diego Forlan.
I was gonna say Diego
I'll
Forlan.
tell you what as well.
got
Jabulani
everything
as
with
a
it.
name
Yeah,
is brilliant.
It was a
'cause
sick ball.
His ball is obviously named Wilson because of the brand.
yeah.
Imagine being like Jabulani, and as it floats away.
Yeah.
Just like I remember that World Cup because no one could score with
Yeah.
it apart from Diego Forlan, who seemed to be practicing with it all year.
I'm either gonna die very early and die playing like Asamoah Gyan, blazing penalties over the bar or onto the bar, or I'm gonna live long on this island and look like prime Diego Forlan. That's how I'm going.
I remember Giovanni Van Bronckhorst scored a screamer with that ball as
Yeah,
well.
he did. Did they get to the final in that one?
Yeah, they lost to
Yeah,
Spain.
lost to Spain, didn't they? Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good one. That actually, for
Football
like
is good.
keeping it.
Yeah.
However, I'm crap at football.
And I'm also
so I
thinking
can't.
I'm taking somebody, so
Yeah,
kick
you
about.
got.
Do you know what I mean? It's not. I'm not just gonna be like
Yeah.
kicking myself. You can make a net easy as well.
Oh
on a
yeah,
beach.
just
Yeah,
shoot,
some
just shoot all
shrubbery.
day.
Yeah.
Use the trees as goalposts.
Shrubbery. What a
Fishing
word.
nets will wash up. I can wrap the.
Will they?
Have your own net.
Have you seen Bear Grylls The Island? Of course they will.
Did you know
True.
the whole thing with the straws and saving the turtles is like the smallest proportion of what's actually in the ocean? Did you watch Seaspiracy
No.
on Netflix?
That
I
was
got
what-
told to
oh,
watch
have
that.
you?
And I'm not watching it out of spite.
Yeah.
Well, I was suggested that was one of the Netflix
Yeah,
documentaries
I
to watch
don't
and
mind
then
watching
and then
that.
speak
Yeah.
about it.
The majority of waste in the oceans is fishing nets.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It like destroys wildlife, and because they just leave them, don't they?
I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
Frankie Boyle's. Like he does like a wrap up thing of like the week. I think I watched it with my parents the other day, and they were doing COP26, and they had a person on there who basically said like shit like plastic in the ocean is an issue, but it's the issue that they want you to focus on.
Yeah.
Like the media, or well, not the media, the companies that are doing all like the companies that are utilising fossil fuels want you to focus on plastic because they're like they want to put the problem on you essentially. Like you need to stop using
Yeah, it's
plastic.
like plastic straws
Yeah,
when it's.
it's not those.
Oh,
Well, I would
Watch
have.
Kyrgyzstan on YouTube. They do sick videos, and they did something about like how you can change climate change, and they basically like, yeah, you can. It's,
Yeah,
it's like it's
Yeah, it's-
there's something like if you lived 90 years completely carbon neutral, so like a full human life completely carbon neutral, which is virtually impossible.
Yeah.
It's something like you'd offset global emissions by 1 second or something like that.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've screwed it, haven't we?
Yeah,
There's
it's,
like no
it's
going
not.
back.
Everyone, as individuals, can't do anything. It's you need massive
Corporations and
change from
countries.
governments and yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Boris.
Well, there's been quite a few countries who agree with in COP, wasn't there,
Yeah.
that they were going to change things,
Yeah,
but
and I'm pretty sure we're just like, well, China is still doing it, yeah, because China make everything, you fucking dicks. Jesus Christ.
Not
Anyway,
wrong. You're not wrong.
so football.
luxury item.
Football.
Yeah. The
What?
amount that I'm going to kick into the sea, I'm going to contribute to that plastic because I've got absolutely no aim.
Oh. Do you know what? In an ideal world, God, this is such a fucking Gen Z thing to pick. I think I'd pick a TV.
Yeah.
Just to go different from that. I know.
How
It's
would
a
hang
bit
on.
of a cheaty one. Could I have a TV with a skybox?
Is it? Hang on. I'm thinking of the like logistics here.
If not,
as soon
I
as
mean,
I
like
thought
in an
TV.
ideal thing, like if they said you've got this, we'll give you one socket, and that socket's to plug your TV. No, two. Off my
Oh,
TV
he
up
gets
with
a
Sky.
socket. now, does he?
I think
What am I going to plug in it?
What?
apart from
Don't
the
pick a
TV?
TV. That's why I instantly thought. I was like, there's no sockets.
No, but if they're offering me a single luxury item,
I'm trying to make it fair. I think for one thing, definitely you can't watch live TV, or like
That's-
you can watch TV, anything that's been on TV from the moment that you enter the island, anything after, because you could watch the news and you could keep up with what's happening. You know what I mean?
yeah, so nothing new.
Yeah. it'd have to be the back catalogue of everything that's ever happened.
I just don't know what I'd pick as a luxury item.
Do you want me to say my idea? And it
Yeah,
might
you go.
I think
persuade
so.
you? What's the rules on the luxury?
Inanimate, and it can't help you, or you can't be. It can't help you escape, but if it's something that could help you escape, theoretically, like I could make a raft full of footballs, but I'm not gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What instantly popped up in my head was just a queen size bed.
Yeah, I'd allow
Just
that.
to sleep
Definitely.
in nice. Because
Sleeping nice.
He became Borat then.
Just to sleep.
Sleeping nice. Yeah, because at least
nice.
at least
So good.
yeah, after a good hard day's work of doing nothing, fishing,
You're doing niche.
doing niche, at least you can like go to sleep in a nice, lovely bed rather than on the floor under some shrubs.
It's a great show. It's better than
Bed.
a TV and a skybox.
Yeah.
Considering you need signal and internet,
I'm trying
which
to think
I don't
of
have.
what I'd
That's
allow.
so shit.
I feel like I'd allow.
Basically living on a desert island in my house.
I feel like I'd allow like a games console with one game on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Something like
because
that.
it's a
Like
luxury.
if you took a DS with Mario
Oh,
Kart,
okay.
then I'd back it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Do you know
that's
what I mean?
how you charging it?
It's unlimited. Like if it breaks, it replaces. So like I'm thinking
Oh, okay.
every single day I want a new football. 'Cause I want
Okay.
a fresh
Oh.
Javelani every day. You know what I mean?
I think
Then
I've.
fucking boot it.
Oh, I could get fresh sheets.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got mine.
Go on.
It's a better one. I have a bike,
Yeah.
like a mountain bike.
Oh no, I'd back that. It might be a very flat
Sorry.
island.
Try and get through standard of pissing like road bike.
Like,
Could have
in
a
my
quad
head,
bike.
like, desert
Oh, quad bike,
island,
nah.
there's loads of sand, so I'm just imagining you
Are
like.
you? Do you want a
Fucking
bike?
burning me quads.
Do you want a bike because you want to travel on the bike, or do you want a bike to keep yourself fit?
A bit of both, really.
Really bad.
I just want to travel around the island.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like Peloton, but if you want to move, then
Yeah, I'd like to go to different parts of the
Yeah.
island that I.
Question, because you've just made me think. How in your head? How big is this island?
I'm thinking like your classic. Might
Like-
have a bit of a volcano mountain
Oh.
in the middle, but it's not much around that.
Oh, okay. So you're
It's become a lot more terrifying. There's a volcano now in
so
the
there
middle.
are
That's just
there
what
are yeah.
I think of high ground in the middle of the island, forest, beach, and it's just like a
Oh, so quite
Circle.
big then.
But yeah.
yeah, but not massive. Like a 2 square kilometers. I don't know how big a square kilometer is. I don't know why I'm trying to do it in that measurement. It's quite an abstract concept to
It's,
do it
it's like a
that, but,
decent sized island.
like maybe the size of Central Standish.
Oh, that's
Because you'll
a
know how big that
Yeah.
is.
From like Lidl to 15.
Again, from your Lidl.
You can.
Right.
I'll make a perfect square for you. Lidl to 15s. Alberts. They'll know. Alberts to the church. That's what I'd say. That's the.
Hang
All
on,
right,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
that's
wait.
a decent. Yeah,
That's
Wait.
yeah,
like a village town centre.
like a village. You can. He'll do it on Google for you, or
I
I'll
will.
do it.
I'll
send
map
it
it.
to you.
That's pretty big. That was bigger than what I thought.
Are you just thinking like a beach?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Castaway. Castaway's got a
Castaway's a big island.
yeah.
So
Or
the
maybe-
bike would
maybe
come
like
in
an island
handy.
like Lost.
Lost massive.
Lost
is
is
massive. isn't it?
huge. So much so that there's a smoke demon living
Yeah.
there, and there's loads of
It's also-
bunkers and hidden things.
It's also purgatory, isn't it?
I don't know
Ooh.
what's that word mean.
It's between
Life and
heaven
death.
and hell, yeah, and life and death.
Uh,
Not heaven and hell, I'm
limbo.
doing it. It's life and death. Yeah.
Limbo.
It's funny enough. It's where Dawn FM set.
It's where what?
It's where Dawn FM set the
Oh, is
the
it?
weekend album.
Yeah.
That's set in Purgatory.
Oh.
He said he's releasing a trilogy, hasn't he? I think. But anyway,
That's what
Does
mine.
it come in one book form?
Lost is potentially. If we did a TV series, I think I'd maybe take Lost. I loved Lost.
I've never
is-
seen it.
Yeah.
I never finished it, you know.
It's one of those that it gets fucking stupid. It's
Yeah.
stupid. It'd be between Lost and Ozark, but Lost.
Oh, was
I've
that
never
never
wa-
tonight either?
Oh,
I've never
Ozark
watched
is-
Ozark.
I'd highly recommend that.
Do you know why? Because my mum and Big T Dog, Trevor, watched it. Like, they're all caught up.
Yeah.
And every time I walk into the kitchen in my old house, when you walk into the kitchen, you can see what's happening on the TV. I look to my left, and there's always something horrific happening. There's
Yeah.
always something. And
Well,
there's always someone getting tortured.
They always-
And I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Kind of like the
I wanna watch this.
concept of Ozark is like they're constantly getting themselves out of problems, and then just another problem arises, and they're
Ain't
like,
it
"Oh,
about
for fuck's
boats?
sake."
Here we go again.
They live on a what? Did you say?
I
Do
said,
they live on boats?
Ain't it about boats?
No, it's
Oh.
about money laundering. There's a
It's so different. Where the fuck have
No,
you got
so
I
boats
thought
from?
it was something to do with boats.
so the
Oh, I'm
Very
definitely
quick-
watching it then.
very quickly summarising it, they just where you might have got boats from, they move from, I think it's Chicago, to the Ozarks, which is like Central America, like central as in central USA.
Yeah.
And there's like they live on a lake, and they also in one of the series, as a money laundering front, they buy a big steamboat, and
Have you seen an
turn that
episode?
into a casino.
No,
It's not about boats.
I've read the little thing on Netflix what it's about, and I was like,
It just say boats.
boats and
It's
hoes.
about boats.
It's got Jason Bateman's the main character, and he's sick in it.
Yeah, and he actually plays a different kind of character in it
We
compared to his
That's-
one
we
comedy
watched it.
character.
Me and my dad watched it last year, and my dad I loved it. I think they watched the first series, and I caught up and then watched the rest of them with them. And my dad was like, "This genuinely might be the best thing I've ever seen on TV." He was like, "This is incredible." It was. I thought it was sick. The new series is coming out soon as well, so if you're gonna watch it,
Do you know what? I think that's where I saw it on Netflix.
Yeah.
I've been watching Daredevil at the moment.
I was gonna say if it was a series instead of a film, I'd probably go Breaking Bad.
yeah.
You love Breaking Bad, don't you?
I-
You
I
recommended
get
that a
quite
few
far
times.
into Breaking Bad all the time, and then never finish it.
Yeah, it's. I'll. You know what? People always say, "Oh, I can't get into Breaking Bad because it's dead slow and boring." I'll be like, you know what? Fair play, because they drag it out
Yeah, at the start.
so much. But the ending of every series, when it's like the penultimate, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
big climax, is like unreal.
I hear the ending of Breaking Bad, the very, very end is like meant to be really good.
Oh, the last like whole series, like every episode, like everyone always says it's like
Banger.
Oscar worthy.
Doesn't
Every
he-
single one.
I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but doesn't he go on the run at one point?
He goes on the run a few times.
Yeah,
throughout
he
the whole
hasn't been
thing.
on. He hasn't been on the run from what I've seen. So I think I'm
Right.
like maybe 3 series in, 2 series in, something like that.
That's fair. A lot of
Yeah.
people always be like, "Oh, I'll watch the first 3 episodes."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Come on."
I did that
You've
load
gotta-
of times.
You've got to
and then
get to
finally
it.
got into
You've
it.
got to get to it where he shaves his head.
Is
Yeah.
that where it goes? Yes, really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he like. Yeah.
The next one, again, we'll have to go quite quick through this.
How many we got left?
2. We've got one person to beat. out with.
Okay.
I think we'll leave that to the end. I think that's the major thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is, what meal would you want every day?
Oh,
I'll
right,
go.
yeah.
I'll go quite quick on this. Mine's pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, just pizza.
Mine might have to be pizza.
Yeah.
Pepperoni pizza.
I'll never get sick of pizza. And
I love eating. There have been like a week, like out of them 7 days in that week, I've probably eaten pizza like 4 or 5
Pizza's
times.
a solid.
5
choice.
times.
I'm gonna-
like out of like 5 days out of 7, I've eaten pizza.
Pizza's good. If you're moving house as well, pizza's it's quick.
I've already had pizza. Don't believe me.
Pizza.
I had pizza, Indian, chippy,
Nice.
Oh,
and probably
He's
about,
tasted
like,
all the
of them,
takeaways.
all
He
of
sampled
them.
them all.
Honestly, my bowels, no movement.
Oh,
so I'm
God.
all
Jesus
I'm all
Christ.
like I'm
You
at
got no,
Leeds.
you got no bran.
No
no bran
fibre.
flakes.
No, I don't
if
have
we
any
go,
bran.
if we're saying what, I'm gonna go margarita pizza as well because I'm basic.
Oh,
Pepperoni.
I said pepperoni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your meal?
I
Or
think
you-
so. Yeah.
Right. What are
For
you
some
on?
reason, toast popped into my head. I don't
Toast
know
isn't
why.
bad.
I'm
not Bad, but
if I always said, "Do you want some toast?" I'm always like, "You know what? Yeah."
Yeah.
but if I told you that between that and pizza,
Yeah, it'd probably. Be.
I'm-
Did you ever have it? Did you ever do that as a kid?
like
No.
a magnifying glass.
Yeah, and like burn insects.
No.
Jesus, no, you fucking
I
psychopath.
tell you,
No, neither
I
did I.
can top you
Neither
for
did- neither did I.
psychopathy here. I got an insect catching kit from like like one of those when it's like Christmas and it's like somebody you don't really. It's like I think it was my dad's mate. Bought
Yeah,
it.
they know of you, but
Yeah.
they don't really know.
Yeah, they don't know what to
Hey,
get. So
what's
like,
his name
He's
again?
a 5-year-old boy. He wants an insect catching kit. I caught loads of those small body, thin legged spiders. So like they're quite a chunky spider.
Oh yeah, like a daddy long legs.
Yeah, but without wings.
Yeah.
I caught up like 5 or 6 of them. Put them in this like tin.
Mad.
Completely forgot about them.
Oh my
We
god.
went on
Oh.
holiday. I came back and there was one and it was still alive. So they'd had like a battle royale.
In this
And
jar.
and it
had a Royal
and
Rumble
and it was big as well. It had like girthed up.
Oh
How
man.
mental was that?
That's fucking
It's
terrifying.
terrifying.
That story. awful.
It had rationed its buddies.
I think just the idea of
He's like, when are these dickheads coming back? I've been here for 2 weeks.
I
Hey
think-
Jerry, you're looking pretty tasty.
He's taking a leg off every
your legs
day.
get a bit long. Your legs invaded me personal space. Just take a massive chunk out of it.
But how excited is the idea of a spider battle royale?
that sounds terrifying.
It sounds incredible.
If I came back, I think just the idea that has gone on in my room.
It wasn't in my room. It was in the dining
Oh
room.
well, that's gone
Where the
on.
family eats.
I've made that happen. Terrifies me. I don't know why. But now I'm just thinking, is that just how spiders grow now naturally? Does,
I don't think
No.
spiders are
They're not
inherently.
cannibalistic.
Do you know
No.
like the big?
I forced
Well,
them into
apparently
that.
they are. Do you know like the big tarantulas? Did that start out really
Goliath
small?
bird
It
eating
started-
spider started off eating its fellow mates.
Fuck off.
Insects do like in the some insects like praying mantises do that, don't they?
Yeah.
I think so.
They
yeah.
mate and then
Black,
rip the head off the.
Black
Men.
widows.
I don't think they eat them though. I think
No,
they just kill them,
rip,
don't
They
they?
just
Yeah.
rip
They
the
just-
husband's head
Bees,
off.
Just fuck
bees
'em up.
testicles explode, don't they, when they mate?
Did
Yeah. Bees have got a bad rep. haven't
How
they?
on earth are we here?
That's what I mean.
This is my.
How did I get
my
here?
fault.
No wonder it's an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and we're like still got.
Is it?
Whole
Oh, man, I
segment.
didn't know.
We've got one left after.
That's why I looked
Holy
at
hell,
you.
it's half
when,
10.
when you went, yeah, but what bread would you have?
No,
I was
because
like,
I was
"Man,
like,
we're fucking an hour and a
I
half
was like,
in.
could I take me to a tiger bread as well? Anyway, but
Tiger bread got cheese on.
because I instantly
No, I know what
No.
you mean though. There's
Yeah.
bread that's got like.
I think it
Yeah.
might just be tiger bread with
you,
cheese.
you, that's a type of bread. Because I thought like, oh, am I allowed to pick what kind of pizza I want and where it's from?
Yeah, go on.
Because I might.
Yeah, quickly.
Um, ooh. You know, what, it might just
Ma-
be a traditional like takeaway pizza that's just packed with grease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine would be, I'm going budget. I'd go, you know the ristorante pizzas. Have you ever had a frozen ristorante pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, matters them.
And they're really
Mo-
thin.
Yeah, mozzarella, Dr. Otter ristorante pizza.
Ain't that a?
Dr. Otter. Oh,
he's,
Dr.
he's the enemy in
Ertke.
Spider-Man, isn't he?
Dr. Ertke.
Not to Octavius.
I at uni. This is why I know I could do this. At uni, they used to be like 2 for. I think they'd have an offer of 2 for £3, like every 2 months, 3 months, or whatever. I would buy 6 and eat one every single day.
That's a good effort.
Every time that offer was on.
I didn't
I'd
also
obviously have
know
one day
that
where-
that brand made pizzas until I met Fleming. Because Fleming told that story
Yeah.
years ago, and I was like, they make pizzas. I
I
was like, yeah, they're
still
great.
love-
Why? What else do they make?
They
Cake
make like
stuff.
cake stuff,
Cake
like
mixes.
Oh, do
Dr.
they?
Ertke. I've always called it
Oh.
Dr. Oetker, but it's definitely
spelled
Dr.
with-
Ertke. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
I'm pretty sure they're also made in Leyland near Fredericks.
oh, are they? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
Didn't know
It's
that,
mad,
mad.
isn't it?
Right. Why are you pointing
Your
at me?
meal.
It's you.
He's pizza, ain't he?
Have you got yours in, yeah?
I'm pizza, yeah.
I'm going lasagna.
Nice.
Nice.
You can have
Ooh,
chips
could
on
you
it as well if you
do
want.
that?
Lasagna and chips.
Ooh.
Bang him.
You're not changing, Dan. You've
No,
just
no,
said
no,
you want
no,
a
no,
sweaty
no.
takeaway pizza.
No, it's fine. That's alright.
Do you know who your person's going to be? I know you know.
I know,
I
man.
still need to think about it.
I do. Go on.
Yeah, go on, man.
Fight
So
it, mate.
This is a person. I don't think they. I've had to think about, like, say if you went David Attenborough, he's maybe got a year or 2 left in him. I don't think we can allow him to die on the island. You know what I mean?
Are we on this island for eternity?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you
never
should.
getting off the
Okay.
island.
You're like,
Okay.
But
fair.
go on. Sorry. So I don't think the person's dying, but they'll
Yeah.
age with you. But I think if you pick David Attenborough, you could maybe ask him not to age. Like, look, David.
keep him.
I know you're
as he
secretly
is.
God.
Look,
So you aren't going anywhere, are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Shh, David.
I know your secrets.
Yeah.
Your secrets.
Come on.
Mine would be my girlfriend. It's a boring answer,
This
but
is where-
obviously
That's where you're now in a position.
I'm putting you in shit creek, man. Because you're gonna come with like Morgan Freeman, and I was gonna be like,
Do you know Morgan Freeman popped into
Oh
my head?
when he said,
God.
I know you God.
"That's a mirror of him."
That's what he popped into my head. What the fuck's going on?
Do-do-do-do-do. Oh.
I would take Shaz with us.
Yeah. I've gone through so much.
Should we
Deliberation
should
today.
we help each other?
So today I'll tell you some of the stuff that my mind went through. How the range that I went through. So the first thing I thought, I was instantly like, well, I could do it with my mum or dad, but I'd obviously have to pick one.
Just out of curiosity, who would that be? If you could pick.
Yeah,
That's a fucking awful
just off
question,
that.
but
Just
No
off the
way.
record. No. We won't keep this in.
I love your parents. So
I'm taking football, so I'm taking dad.
Ah,
you hear that, Vicky? You hear that, Vicky? I've just said your mum's name. I'm
I
sorry.
love you.
You can bleep that.
I'll bleep you.
I just said your mum's
Oh,
name.
it's fine.
Okay, cool.
She doesn't watch it anyway.
Why would
I
she?
don't allow her.
She wouldn't now.
She
Anyway.
tried to watch it and I said you're not allowed.
Hey man, we're only once above 40. Get us subbed.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my
we might have
family's
got
all
that
drunk.
today. I got one of my mates from work to subscribe, so we might
Oh,
have
did you?
got that today,
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
I'm making moves as well.
And then
Off camera.
and then I had the thought of, and I genuinely mean this. This is very soppy, but if you any of the lads, any of Betting 101.
That's our group chat.
The name of our group chat.
Yeah. Any of the lads, if I said pick one at random, I think I could happily live for eternity on an island with them. I'd have a laugh with anyone.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Then I went, now this might say something about our group, then I went, who would be interesting? I went to Hitler first. In my head, I was like, Hitler would be like quite an interesting person to just like, but you know, like when when you say to people, who do you have at a dinner party, and they're like, I'd have Hitler.
That's another podcast idea.
But this is where it breaks down because I would not want to spend eternity with the man.
No.
And then I went David Attenborough.
But he's gonna die.
Yeah. I've also thought of Jurgen Klopp.
Can I just
But
say?
I feel like with my response that I'd watched Liverpool at death, I can't go Jurgen Klopp.
Can I
I'd
just
put
say-
Klopp above Hitler. If I was you.
Yeah, this wasn't ordered. I didn't go mum and dad, friends, Hitler, Jurgen Klopp.
Can I say, I don't know if
Hierarchy.
you spotted this. He was like, I didn't think David Attenborough, but he's really old. He's gonna die soon.
You said that. I didn't
No.
say he was going to die.
Yeah, but wait.
I said
No,
that was a stipulation.
Yeah, but didn't you? I swear, someone said like he's gonna die soon. Was it you?
That was me.
Oh.
Oh,
Fair
right,
enough.
okay. Sorry, I thought
Fair
you said. I thought you said, oh, he's gonna die soon. And then I thought Hitler, who's already dead.
Dead or alive. Hitler died at 40,
He's
didn't
dead
he?
or
Something like that,
alive.
or 50 maybe.
Oh, so could you not pick David Attenborough when he's like 22?
I guess you could do that,
Yeah, I
yeah. 'cause you
suppose.
could
I
go
don't want
back.
him there.
A prime moment's David Attenborough.
Prime.
Because you want somebody with a lot of stories. I've
You
also
do.
thought Barack Obama, but I've got absolutely no basis on that other than I think
Ooh.
he's quite a cool guy. and
He
he's
seems like
got
quite
stories.
a cool guy.
But I don't know.
It's a difficult one.
Yeah,
It's
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks would be a good
Tom
one.
Hanks
Would be a good
good.
one. Plus he was in Castaway.
I would have to make sure.
He knows his stuff.
I'd have to do some
PTSD.
prior checks to make sure that he's really got no connection to Jeffrey Epstein because I'm not sharing that with a nonce.
A lie detector.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Owen Wilson?
I'm getting names.
Could I take Lightning McQueen?
Yeah. Owen Wilson, but in car form.
Sally?
We're gonna find the voice actor for Sally.
I've looked it up before. I genuinely have.
What?
I've looked at the
what?
voice actor for Sally before, and it's not because I was like, I was
Well, your
watching
dreams
it.
crushed.
I was watching it.
He was
and
a
I
man.
I was thinking. This sounds like someone I can't remember who I thought it sounded like, but it wasn't that person.
Now I want to know whose voice is Sally.
I'll find
You
it.
can find
I'll
it.
find it.
Have you got? Go
I've-
through
I've-
some of the people
I've
that you
got some
think.
names now.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I was thinking Tom Hanks, and then you were
Say,
like,
say Ali, because you've got to first. First of all,
one would be Ellie.
nice.
But
He
there's a
still
few-
said Tom Hanks first.
There's a few others. There's a few
I said
others.
Hitler.
You did.
I said
You
Hitler.
did. See, you said like great stories, and in my head, I was like, I would love someone who would just make me laugh
Yeah.
my head off.
Yeah.
I instantly thought Kevin Hart.
I don't think
One.
Kevin Hart's
What
that
the
funny.
what?
What?
Kevin Hart's low down on my. I'd rather have
Yeah,
like
I
Tom
would-
Segura.
Oh no,
Tom
I-
Segura.
I'd go
no,
Rick-
only because
I know you watched Tom Segura.
Tom
That's
Segura's sick.
Yeah, Tom Segura is
Two bears,
class.
one cave.
Yeah.
Your mum's house.
Your mum's
Your
house.
mum's house podcast. You know what?
It's so good.
I've said it last week. Switch us off and get on your mum's house.
Why is it? No, because I feel like Kevin Hart in a desert, like on a desert island environment, would just kill me off
I
because I
can't-
feel like he'd just have many like.
He would do the same to me, but physically kill me off and make me want to walk into the sea.
Yeah. I don't think he's that. Really don't.
I don't either.
Oh, I think he's pretty brilliant.
I also.
What about like Robin Williams?
That's a show.
That's a good one.
That's a show.
Would Bob Ross be a good shout?
Yeah,
Yes.
Bob Ross. Better than Kevin Hart and Hitler.
10 times.
It's like,
Right, okay, no.
it's like Kevin
10
Hart,
times better than
Hitler,
Kevin
Right,
Hart.
hang on.
A million times
Here's
better
the
than Hitler.
Here's the thing. I'm not picking him because of say like he's funny like in terms of stand-up wise. Like for example, like with Ricky Gervais, I don't like watching his stand-up.
I love Ricky Gervais' stand-up.
I don't like
Very good.
him doing stand-up, but when he like in interviews and when he's just being him, I'm not saying he's not being himself on stand-up. When he's just
No,
like,
you're not. Yeah, it's a performance.
yeah, and like him writing things like Afterlife, he's like much better. So that's the thing. I didn't pick Kevin Hart because I like his stand-up specials or anything. I just feel like he'd just be a funny guy in general.
Have
if
you watched?
met him,
Have you
or
watched
if you had a
Cold as
day out on
Balls on YouTube? Where
But my
he
balls.
sits in an
I'm
ice bath.
cold as
Cold as
balls.
balls.
Right?
He
Oh
sits in an
yeah,
ice
with different,
bath
with different people.
Like,
yeah.
so he's done it with like Carl Anthony Towns and that, and he's just not funny. He's just not a funny bloke. I can't deal with him.
Tell you what, Shaq would be quite.
Shaq would be
I'll give you a great one as well.
Yeah.
Shaq. I'm trying to think.
Kobe would be good.
Kobe,
tell you what,
a great
man.
one. Yeah,
But
Kobe.
Kobe he'd be a bit serious, like Michael Jordan. He'd be a bit serious.
I don't think he would if he knew he was on that island with you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you've not took a footballer with you so you can play football with him.
Well, this is why I said Jurgen Klopp.
That's a hell of a commitment, though, isn't it?
Oh,
Like
all the
having to
football.
kick away with Suarez for like eternity.
Yeah, but he could
Ja-
improve you.
Gerrard is my favourite footballer ever, but I wouldn't want to spend. I think
Yeah,
I
get
get
your nerves.
bored of him.
You didn't say his name. This isn't a footballer, but you said Tom Segura. Bert
Yeah,
Kreischer.
Bert
'cause
Kreischer.
his
Yeah.
stories are mental.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Bert
They
annoys
both
me a
are.
little bit. Like, I like him, but
It's his
Tom
laugh.
I
What
like
it's
Tom
made.
Segura more.
Tom Segura. Did you hear
Tom
that story?
Segura
when
drinks
he-
his
Segura
liters
is
of
funny.
Kool-Aid for me.
Did you hear that story when he OD'd on that like drug? He took like he's supposed to take like I think it was like half a cap of
Oh,
this drug,
yeah.
and he just fucking guzzles it
Yeah.
and wakes up
That's
in
it,
A&E.
where he gets it from a lad's car, and he's the guy who's selling it, and it's in like a water jug, and he's like, how much? And he's like, just take a gulp.
And he just fucking.
Oh.
And he's like, he wakes
so
up
funny.
and he's like, Mum?
Oh.
Parents are so disappointed.
We'll have to. This is probably the hardest one out
Yeah.
of all of them, I think.
I'm
We'll
gonna have to
tell us in
commit
the
to somebody.
comments what yours
Yeah,
would
you
be.
are.
Jurgen Klopp he's so far
I'm
up
surprised
there.
not pick Van Dijk because you freaking love
I
him.
love Van Dijk.
Yeah, but talking to it's talking into.
I think. Did you hear the story
Dutch.
recently about Van Dijk when we played Shrewsbury? He was captain. of
Oh,
us, and
yeah,
he went in
yeah.
after the game and spoke to him and stuff. I think he is genuinely a really.
I
nice
agree,
guy.
yeah.
He's
And I
sound.
think I would get on with him as well because I think like we'd listen to Kanye together.
That's
This
true.
Together.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
I play football with him. I'm taking Virgil van Dijk.
God forbid it goes in the air.
I'm trying to really any musicians? I'm trying to think if there's any like musicians.
Well, I can't take Kanye because I'm not dealing with him for a
No,
second.
actually.
I'm going to apprehensively say Virgil van Dijk because I think
That's
everything on
yeah.
my list leads to Virgil. I'd share a pizza with the man.
With the football.
I shouldn't have took a football. I should have took a queen size bed so he can snuggle me at night.
That's the thing.
Big 6
me
foot
warm,
frame.
Virgil.
In my head, I was like, who would I like to snuggle as well? Like, who would I be okay
What?
snuggling?
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'd
Do
be
you know
okay
what though?
snuggling most
Do you know what I'm
people.
glad about? Well, you two got girlfriends, but I'm quite proud of myself. And I genuinely mean this. At no point did my brain ever go, "I'll take a woman." Do you know what I mean? And I mean that in the fact of I didn't go, "Oh, I'll take Kim Kardashian because maybe she'll sleep with me."
Because that's also
Grow
something
up.
You didn't bring a
that,
bed.
like,
You brought a,
16-year-old would say in it as
Yeah,
well.
well,
It's
you
not,
brought a
That's-
ball. You
That's
didn't bring a
Bugatti.
bed.
That's Bugatti Veyron style
Yeah, it
shit.
is.
this man has brought a bed, but not his girlfriend. This man's sharing a bed with Kevin Hart.
Do you know what's brilliant about it?
I'm the big spoon.
He stipulated that he wanted fresh sheets every day. He wanted fresh sheets for Kevin Hart's actions with him.
I'm going to violently
I don't
masturbate
know.
for 12 hours a day.
I don't know
Could I
how-
have fresh sheets, please, sir?
I don't know how it's happened, but I've been caught in 4K there.
I was like, yeah, I'd bring Shaz with us. I'd bring Shaz with us. And he went, Kevin, that's pretty funny.
Do you know what though? As well, I still come back to the fact that I genuinely think any of the lads.
Oh yeah.
I'd
yeah.
probably have the
I
best time
agree.
with any of the lads.
I instantly.
Because they're the boys for a reason. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I instantly thought I
It's a
would.
good answer.
I'd love to pick one of the lads, but I wouldn't know
You
who to
can't
pick.
pick. Yeah, you can't
can't.
pick somebody.
If
can
we
you?
were all stuck on an island,
that would be.
betting
Except-
101
except
was
Bino
stuck
and
on an
Harry,
island.
Wouldn't pick you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick Harry because he's a liability.
He would. Harry, I love you, but you'd moan. And I can't deal with it. I can't deal with the moaning.
And not
man.
in the good way. Not
Yeah.
in my bed.
Not
No,
in
it's
his fresh
fresh
sheets. The fresh sheets of Bella.
Oh.
Dan's fucking bed.
We are approaching 2
Oh
hours.
jeez.
This is
Do
going to
you
be
know
a
what?
mod
I
thread.
might-
Pick someone.
I might go Robin Williams.
Nice.
Great answer.
Rest in peace.
Great
That's the best high five we've ever had on the program.
yeah.
Me and him keep doing wet ones.
We might have to do like
What
a,
the right side? Well, both on the same
Yeah.
side. That way we're
you
like.
got to do like Tyrannosaurus
the
Rex.
claw.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it. It's Kawhi Leonard I'm going with.
What?
No, I'm joking.
Oh my! I was like, that. You've not even mentioned him once. That's such a random. And he's got one of the most.
I know,
boring
that's why I
fucking-
love it.
Yeah, but he's got
Right.
massive hands.
Yeah. He'd palm a coconut.
He would. He would.
Just bring it
And
down.
he'd be
I'm
able
going
to.
to take Taco Fall.
I reckon.
Bowl.
I reckon he'd be able to take off my sheets with one hand.
Yeah, he would.
And then put it back on
And
with one
put it-
hand.
Have you seen? I watched it the other day. There's a commercial that he's in, this is the best casted commercial I've
Yeah.
ever seen, and he's got
It's
a
Spurs,
laptop.
innit? Oh.
No, he's got a laptop. Well, I don't know what the commercial's for, but I'm hoping it's for the laptop. And he's got it in his hand. And he's like, this laptop's too small, and his hand's just like the size of a laptop. I'm like, what's going on?
It is
The
mental.
size of his hands, it's
I've
mental.
I've seen one where it's like the whole Spurs.
I think I know the way. Yeah.
Team when he was on it, and he was like, he had like a massive ball of like washing, like laundry, and he was like, anyone gonna clean this? And he's like holding it like a huge ball with like one hand, and they're like, what? Not in my bed. Get your own.
Tom Segura.
Not on my sheets.
Tom Segura can't fall from any height though, so you got to make sure that he lands on his feet.
I have. I would be his maid.
Yeah.
I'd be looking after Tom on the island.
Because him falling when he goes for that dunk.
Oh my
If somebody
God.
that clip.
I don't think you could put it. Oh, it is on YouTube.
I'll
though.
Yeah.
put a screenshot of the worst bit in,
Yeah.
and I'll put like a warning.
Please search
Oh
Tom Segura
my
fall.
God.
Because it's
Although,
one of the
right.
best things I've ever seen.
I will admit, right? He does break some bones,
Yeah,
but
he's
it's
like
it's not the worst
Some
fall.
bones.
It's
he
not
like
the worst
completely
fall.
obliterates his arm and his leg.
Yeah, but you don't really see it. Like I despise
Until-
them types of videos.
Until Bert
Yeah,
flips
but-
it back in.
Yeah, Bert
yeah, but
like
only
pushes
like,
him
yeah,
over.
his arm ends up like that, but I can do that, and that's my arm's not broke.
Yeah, but
It's
then
broken.
It's
not broken.
it's when he then like Bert pushes it back and
Yeah.
it flops over. And obviously, if I flopped your arm over, it'd go like that. His
Yeah.
goes and just like wobbles.
Yeah.
Awful. And his knee. It was his knee that gave
Yeah.
way.
He like
snapped
doesn't he snap his like his ACL.
And he was saying,
Sorry, imagine him. I don't know.
his doctor went, that was going to go at any time.
Yeah.
And it went when you were dunking.
Yeah.
And that's why he destroyed his arm.
What's brilliant about it is the fact that like he's just before that hit like a dunk on like I think it's like an 8 foot 9 foot rim.
Yeah, it's going up into...
Yeah, and then he then goes for that, and it's the negative height that he gets because he goes to take off, and you're expecting a little bit of height, and he hits the floor so quick.
Oh my
I
God.
think
it's
I think
horrible.
that's why I can bear it because I can't watch broken. I can't stand that.
Yeah,
Like I hate it when Conor McGregor recently broke his
yeah,
Yeah,
leg,
these-
it just-
yeah.
Talks about
and like you know you instantly go on Twitter and there's screenshots of
yeah.
it.
Like
It
Harvey
runs it.
Elliott
I-
when he.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I hate stuff like that, and I hate people being like, "Oh, look, oh, here's." It. I'm like, "Why do you want to know?"
Yeah.
But I think because the fall is so funny,
It's
it
hilarious.
distracts you from what's
'Cause
actually
everyone's
happening.
laughing too. And remember, by that point, he'd won.
Yeah, he'd won.
He'd beat Bert, and the coach was like, "You've got this, Tom."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I've got this." And then destroys his knee and his arm.
Because I didn't know what he'd done at first. I thought because he landed like Peter Griffin.
Yeah, he
Just
does.
on the side.
Yeah, he lands. But
Oh.
again, going back to that video, the comments are what
Yeah,
make it
they
as
are.
well.
Yeah.
So funny.
The stuff in the comments, like, I genuinely think if I did a what they called not a skyfall, what the fuck's it called? where you jump out of a plane. Why am I just
Oh,
Like a sky jump.
skydiving.
skydive?
Skydive,
If I did a skydive and my parachute failed, I'd look less injured than Tom Segura did off the floor.
People have come back from Vietnam with less injuries like that. It's so good.
Vietnam
Oh
War
my
veterans like
God. Jesus Christ, man. Right.
that is a
well,
long ass podcast.
On-
long podcast.
On Tom Segura's arm, we're
Yeah.
going to finish it there. Oh my God.
This is incredibly unfortunate for you to edit.
This is going to take me, I'm not going to finish this till Friday.
Oh.
But no, good episode, Flowing.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoyed
very
that.
much.
yeah,
was a good-
solid. I
Cheers,
like that.
boys.
Enjoyed that.
We'll
A bit too
we'll
much.
have, we'll have to come up with an idea for next week.
We will. You came with a banger, to be fair.
you did.
We thought that was
Yeah,
that was
we
a
What the music?
Well,
Oh,
no,
no.
mastermind.
Mastermind one. Yeah.
And we'll that might have to go 1 week back because you probably won't have internet access, will you?
Yeah. No.
That's
We'll
alright
have
though.
internet
it's-
access for the day before. Don't you get it on the 18th?
Yeah.
So
I don't know
you'll
what the
get
day
it.
is.
You'll get it next Tuesday.
Oh,
I
so
would do,
Yeah.
yeah.
just let us know.
Potentially, Yeah.
I
Yeah,
will do.
and if not, we'll just
But
do
if not, we'll We could
Yeah.
always fall back on your conspiracy one.
part 2.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Conspiracy part 2.
It does.
Yeah.
That's it Friday.
So
Oh, we enjoyed that last week.
Yeah.
cameras haven't died once.
We
I've not
fixed
had to move.
We
Oh,
fixed our
it's
cameras.
wonderful.
It is. It's. I mean, I do miss the last half an hour of you coming over here, just sitting. I just don't do anything for last half an hour on the
Yeah.
edit.
Yeah.
But no. Thank
Yeah.
you for watching
very
again.
much.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow our Twitter. We've got a TikTok. We post on there a lot.
Put in the
Yeah.
comments all the answers you put,
Yeah.
especially the celebrity one.
We'll put in
That's-
the
Who you
person
take.
sorry.
we'll put in the description the categories, and you can
Yeah. Go on.
easily
Yeah.
name what you want.
Sorted.
Yeah.
And we're so close to 50 subs.
Yeah.
We
We're
are.
so close to 50
We're
subs.
so close. We might have to do. Do we do a little milestone?
I think we're doing it at 100.
Hot ones, 100 subs.
Fuck me.
Wow.
I was
He's the
thinking,
one. Wow. You're the
I
one
don't
who
like-
don't want to do that. Like you want to do that at the least.
I don't like spicy food, but I did like one of the hottest ones at yours, and like I just
that. You did do like
I think I
one
did
of the
the
most
bomb,
horrific
didn't I?
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
it's like
It's not.
it was
fun.
horrible, but it was also like I can't imagine it getting much worse. And it's a bit like that with spice for me. I really don't like the taste, but
Yeah.
So you've seen Top of the Mountain, haven't you, really? You're like...
almost, yeah.
Yeah.
There's I think there's 2 after the bomb or 1 after the bomb.
Well, we bought the whole set off the Hot Ones website, so
yeah.
we've
That
got
could,
the
we could
was a
get,
good video.
proper
get a
ones,
guest
yeah.
in for that. I think we're gonna get guests soon, aren't we?
We are going to get guests
Yeah.
soon. Well, I think
Believe so.
once we have a less busy month, I know we're off end of this
Yeah,
month,
yeah.
probably February ones, I think we'll probably get...
Yeah.
Plus, we've got to get more equipment for the
I
guests
know,
and
yeah,
everything.
true.
But yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully guests soon.
No one wants to share my mind.
No. And no one wants to sit next to Dan.
That's very true.
The guest is going to go on a stool.
I reek. Yeah.
But no, thank you very much.
Very much.
We'll
Follow
see you
TikTok.
later.
Yeah. Bye.